We're going.
Oh, there we are.
Preparing.
Okay, we're live on the YouTube.
All right.
Cool, just getting warmed up, and
Oh, there we are.
maybe Mole Man, maybe Producer Manny will be here soon.
All right. Copy the link. Let's do this.
Sounds like your YouTube volume needs to be muted.
Yeah, I just turned it off right now. Or let me lower it also just in case. There you go. There you go. Da-da-da.
We're gonna do news. We're gonna shoot the shit, do some news, right? Jane's got some good stories. I think you should start with Japan's Minister of Loneliness.
Okay.
Sounds like a song by REO Speedwagon.
Oh, yeah. Minister.
So it's episode 60.
Yeah.
Hey, anyone out there? Hey.
Who dat?
Bruin backhand.
Bruin backhand. All right. So did we figure out who Bruin backhand is?
I think that's Jeff. I mean,
no,
you said that last week.
You were wrong. And I listened to you.
I thought we did know that a couple weeks ago, but I don't know. It's cool. You know, you can be a mystery.
Yeah. Oh, there was. Oh, you know who was there last week was Juicy. I think his screen name is Helmet. Andrew Juicy.
Oh, he's like
Helmet something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met him, but he's like a Bay Area guy, right?
Yep. I hung out with him almost maybe January or last year, right before the thing started.
Yeah, he made us jealous because like he grew up and he did motocross.
Yeah.
His parents just, or maybe his mom it was, I think, that, had him into motocross and all this stuff. And yeah, they lived in a beautiful part of the country. I guess they had some of the fires before that. But that was fun. He gave Jaden a hard time, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe Manny will show up.
Maybe he's with that mom.
Oh, yeah. I think he told us not to talk about that on air.
Oh, shoot. Fuck. Damn it.
He's not doing anything wrong.
I
think he just didn't.
Here.
He's not doing anything wrong. He just didn't want us to.
I meant his mom.
No. He didn't want us to interfere with the game he's running.
Shoot. Sorry, Annie. Well, man.
Does that mean he's told her about us? And she's like, might stalk him?
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe he wanted to keep that as an option. So,
yeah.
But I guess we can just get cracking, right?
Did you post, Rob?
Yeah. And yeah, it's up. There we go. Hey, everybody. All right.
All right, we can get started. I'm not as prepared as usual, but
yeah,
I want you guys to do the heavy lifting. But
again.
All right, save it for the show. Smart ass. All right, so yeah, just give us a countdown. We'll go 3, 2, 1. Good evening, Endless Ranters. Welcome back for episode 60 of your Endless Ranters podcast. Thanks to everyone who's been listening, joining in, chatting, subscribing, all that kind of stuff, clicking on the buttons. We really appreciate the support, feedback. My name is Chris. I am one of your hosts tonight. We have two other hosts at this moment. We've got the lovely and talented Jane. Hi, Jane.
Hello, everyone.
And then we have the also lovely and also talented Robbie Spotlight.
Hey, everybody.
About Robbie. There you go. We just changed his name real quick.
You didn't see anything.
I looked down at that. I was like, oh yeah, we know who you are.
Yeah.
So what's we are missing producer Manny. So yesterday was 420, right? So I think he might just be still in 420.
Yeah.
Right?
420 mode.
420 for him. So
I think every day is 420 for Manny. Let's be fair.
Maybe.
Call a spade a spade.
Maybe. Oh,
Yeah.
So what do we have lined up for tonight? We're going to talk some shit. We're going to talk to each other for a little bit. We're going to have some news stories. We got some, I don't know, we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with us, right? Namely, Jane. So Jane, you had an experience over the weekend. You want to talk to us about that?
Yeah.
You had some, another.
Yeah, I got to go. I went wine tasting up in
Nice.
Solvang with some, I was invited by Patrick Hickey and his wife. So we rented a van, took about a dozen people up there, hit up 2 wineries, just had a good time.
Now Patrick is still he was once was he part of the Lackey group or is he's Corolla Drinks?
He's in Corolla Drinks.
Okay, so he was never a Lackey. He was
right. So he's not like a Lackey. He's on the drink side, which is separate from the podcast, but he does do podcasts. He does called Another Bachelor podcast. So he recaps The Bachelor.
Oh, yeah.
I think he does it with Nick Davies, but don't quote me on that.
I think he also did a 60-day fiance podcast.
Okay.
As well.
And then there's Below Deck. He also does. He does another Below Deck. I don't watch any of these shows, and I'm kind of sad. Manny.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, moment.
Wake up. Wakey, wakey. Bakey, bakey.
Just in time.
Happy 421.
421? What do you mean, man? There's no such thing as happy 421.
I know.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
How y'all doing?
Good, man. How are you? Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, it took a little bit of time to get my area set up, but you know.
Did Santa Green Thumb bring you anything yesterday for the holiday?
It was just another day for me, my friend.
All right.
Yeah, we kind of said that a minute ago.
Yeah.
What were we saying? So Patrick is okay. So Patrick is with Corolla Drinks. I think he used to be on the after show, the Corolla Drinks after show with Lynette too.
Yes, that's right. You're right.
What? And that started the after. I'm sorry to take your.
That was back a few years ago when they had Jay Miller running it.
I want a
yes.
hat.
And then Patrick came in. They might have only overlapped a little bit because I think Patrick took over. So
that's when I bought all those Lynette towels when they were doing the merchandise. They had to pick the towels with Lynette's picture on there.
Lynette, don't get creeped out. We still want you on here.
Oh,
I told her, she knows. I mean, I told her because I chatted and she understood. I think she may have believed me, but you know,
We love Lynette.
Yeah, she is great.
She's dope.
Yeah. We'll get her here eventually.
How you doing, Lynette? So Patrick, he's Lackey adjacent with Corolla Drinks, and then him and his wife invited you on a wine tasting adventure.
Yeah. Yep. So all day, it was
that happened. You went with that? You went with them to that?
I did.
Lucky.
I was kind of the only. It wasn't other ace holes. It was kind of a whole
different crowd.
Yeah, it was a different crowd. But B Frank met up with us there.
Oh, that's good.
He lives 30 minutes north of where we were. So I was like, hey, you should just come and meet up with us.
Nice.
So that was fun. Came back, slipped on my stairs, skinned my knee, and now I'm in GIMP. So this is the second time in 1 month that my stairs have taken me out. I like pulled a muscle in my upper back after I slipped and caught myself on the railing. So
Is
Like
someone
Joe-
just booby trapping your stairs, or
I
what's going on
it's
over there?
just they're slippery because I wear my socks on they're carpeted and
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
I'm just nuts. Yeah. So these are the so I have two staircases, and for those who go to my lofted bed are the scary ones, but those don't cause me issues. It's the entryway ones. So yeah, no, it's bad. Like it's right on top of my kneecap, so I can't really change the amount of bend without it like being excruciating. I just can't believe a skin knee is this debilitating. Like it just seems ridiculous.
Hey, it happens the
Yeah,
older you get,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, you're like Joe Biden.
I feel like skin knees are for kids.
Come on, man.
I feel like it's a
Yeah.
kid injury.
I'm trying to think of the
And
last
they
time I had
don't
a skin knee. It's been a long
it also
time.
like it tore a hole in my jeans. Like I was wearing jeans. That's how hard I hit myself.
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
Wait,
Yeah,
you fell indoors and you tore your jeans. What's going on here?
I don't know.
Because I've been in said stairway and there's like no loose nails or anything like that to cause.
It's just rubbed. I mean, my jeans they're pretty old too, so probably getting
Hey, how
flimsy.
how often do you wash your jeans now that we're on jean topics here?
Not often, but I also don't wear them often anymore. So
Okay.
How many pairs of jeans do you own?
2 full length, 1 cropped, and 1 shorts. Well, 1 jean colored shorts, and then like
Jorts.
a couple.
Jorts.
No, jorts.
Short jean
Yeah.
shorts.
Jean
Oh,
shorts.
is that what they call it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I think I was thinking skort.
It's an unflattering name for
It is.
jean shorts. Yeah. So, okay, you ripped your jeans. Oh, that might make them more valuable. I own 1 pair of jeans. I went 20 years without having jeans at all.
Would you wear
Shorts.
khakis instead or what?
Khaki short. Cargo
bro.
khaki shorts.
Which 20 years?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I think I had my last pair of jeans was in high school. So
You hear that? We're not dressing appropriately, guys.
So I was
According to
18.
Chris'
20,
standards.
20 adult years.
Yeah, and then I think the next pair of jeans I owned was probably mid 30s. So maybe not quite 20 years, but I had a good run there. Did not own a pair of jeans at all.
Were you just sick of
Now
them?
I own I just found them uncomfortable, right? This is before, this was jean days where, you had to break them in, like before, when they were dark blue and kind of crunch, I don't know, like kind of rough.
What
But now you
kind of
can buy
jeans are you
jeans,
trying on, bro?
Now you
Crunchy
can buy
jeans?
jeans. I don't know, they're like stiff. But now they make so many jeans now. If you've ever been to an Old Navy and looked at the jeans, it's fucking bewildering. You know what I mean? So yeah. I have 1 pair of jeans now.
I'm a big believer in designer jeans. So
Really?
I would not go to Old Navy, but I just like the higher quality.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's just more comfortable. They fit better.
I think my
It's
jeans are
worth
from
it.
Target. Yeah, Target.
There you go, because that's the cut and quality you want.
Was
Yeah.
Walmart busy?
Yeah.
They're not up to his standard.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm not that, I've got a little bit of class. Robbie, come on, man.
Kohl's,
Hey,
you
by the
can.
way, we forgot to do a sound check. So if you're on YouTube, maybe if one of us is
Yeah, give us a thumbs
too
up or a
hot,
thumb.
too low.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be very helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I jumped
Good
on way
idea.
too late to this.
Nah, you're just in time. So you got injured again. So now you're a gimp. You're laid up. You're having a hard time getting around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
Convalescing.
every bend
Yeah.
and straighten. And you just see the skin openings just, get accentuated. You're like,
Hot. Sounds hot.
One of these
It's-
days, your doctor's going to tell you to start taking a daily aspirin for heart health or something.
damn it.
So okay, yeah. I don't know. Does anybody else have something that dangerous or going on right now?
Not dangerous per se. I mean,
No?
it's danger adjacent, but I'm back on the BMX. I'm riding the bike a lot more.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, lately. So
Nice.
I haven't fallen, but I am sore. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it in every joint and extremity in my body. So
I used to be into that, man. I used to like the BMX. Yeah.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Forgive
Huh.
me. Is
What's
this
that?
electric? Is this motorcycle? Is this
Oh,
Analog.
God.
It's
Oh,
it's all
Analog.
human. It's all human propelled.
okay?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry. You didn't prep me. You didn't tell me you were going to bring this up. Otherwise, I would have done my research.
Oh, it's okay.
Bicycle, motocross. Yeah, I used to. I mean, I never competed or anything like that. But
Oh, that was gonna be my next question. If you ever hit up the track, or was it all just for fun?
no, when I was a kid, we had this quarry that was near us, and we would go up there with our bikes. And I guess I was young, but older kids had somehow formed a track.
Right.
We had to do that, and like had a big hill and a jump. I remember, I was like 12, and we were trying to jump tires. So I jumped one tire, just without really trying, pedal down the hill and jump a tire. And then it's like, let's do two tires. So to do two tires, I pedaled as hard as I could. And when I hit the ramp, I yanked up. I just remember flying, and the bike went flying, and I just way overdid
Overshot it.
Yeah, way overdid it. And I landed on my ass and like skid along the ground on my ass. Like my whole ass was speaking of skin knees, my whole ass was a scab for a while. But those are fun. That's good, man. It's
Yeah,
good.
dude.
I used to ride around the block on my little BMX. I used to do like little mini wheelies on the mattresses that were on the sidewalk.
On the mattresses.
Yeah.
Weaving around all those dead bodies you used to see.
For
Right.
sure. Yeah,
Good times.
basically. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. So, what were we talking about? So, wine tasting. I did landscaping for my mom and with my son. So
Thrilling.
I was like going at it like I was 25 or something. So I was paying the price for a few days there. It was sore, but I wanted him to see what it was like to use a shovel, dig up shrubs and stuff. So
No
That's
ho,
pretty-
no ho action. this
no
time
hoe
around?
action. No, not this weekend. But yeah,
Sure.
trying to, show the son with the meaning of a hard day's labor. So
Was
I
he a
don't know.
fan of it? Did he take anything away from that experience?
yeah, he's definitely absorbing some things. Yeah. A lot of talks these days about freedom, what it really means to be free.
Okay.
Well, the COVID stuff and the masks and all.
I didn't know that your son was arming an insurrection in your house. It's like, God damn
I'm
it!
getting him
fuck
prepped. Yeah, he's gonna be the next Alex Jones, maybe. I don't know. He's at that age where I take every opportunity to just make sure he's thinking for himself.
For sure.
Really important. I don't try to tell him what to think. I just tell him to question things and think for himself and think about it. So
Till the
Once
day it all
he's
turns
old.
on you and starts questioning you, old man.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
do I send him links to InfoWars all the time? Yeah. Is that still? I don't even know if that's still alive.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's crazy. I don't know. So what are we going to get into next, Jane?
Oh, it's a good
Did you know I was
question.
going to throw it to you?
Okay. We could just want to say a couple things about the last episode
Oh yeah.
quickly. So I did my little deep dive into Rob. I want a part 2 at some point. I think I was too easy on you.
Oh no, I think you did a good
Gross.
amount.
Yeah,
Ah.
thank you, Mo, man.
Grilling, interrogating of
I
Robbie
appreciate
Spotlight
it.
over here.
Thank you.
Oh, that's funny.
And I
Oops.
also think I made some comments about the third world countries not having a sense of humor. And I don't know if I said that accurately. It's to how I feel like maybe it's
Inaccurate.
more. I think I'm thinking they don't have a comedy scene. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, not the kind
don't?
of comedy that we're used to. I'm
Do you
sure.
pay money to go watch someone make you laugh in that country? Those are the two countries that have that are probably not going to go to war with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Two
Right.
countries that have comedy clubs, though. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Paid comedy clubs,
Hmm.
paying.
Well, yeah.
Paying.
Okay. I feel like
It is
that's
kind of a luxury, though, right? It is kind of a luxury for first world countries. I don't know if you go
Did
to
you ever
a
watch that?
poor African country or something, and try to export our comedy club scene, and maybe that would improve things for them. I don't know.
Well, there was a documentary on Netflix that the director was on the Corolla show sometime last year or the
Okay.
year prior. It was a comedy around the world or dangerous comedy or something like that. And yeah, the dude was in Africa. The dude went to the Middle East. The dude was in places where it's like, do they have stand up here? And they did.
I
They
vaguely
conducted
remember that.
interviews. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good times. Definitely a good watch. I recommend, Jane, check it out, of all people.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I think the name of the thing is called Dangerous Comedy or something like that. I'll look it up
Okay.
and
I really
share it
remember
with
that.
you.
Yeah, I think people have a sense of humor all over the world. Whether they have a comedy club and you go to pay, that's kind of a different story. Huh.
And I
Interesting.
also feel some people might have different. I don't know. I think in the States we might be snobs because we have access to so much comedy and so many different types of comedies. If you go to different places, you might like. I'm not gonna laugh anymore to the whole, with the hammers, the boing, yoing, 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 oh,
Oh, like the
nut-
slapstick.
slapstick hit you on the nuts. Even though I'll still laugh at that. A good nut shot is always fun, but you can only take so much of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
If it's a surprise to the victim, the
that's
nutty,
always good.
that's good stuff.
The
man.
nutty.
Like the America's Funniest Home Videos is gold.
Oh
I just
man,
love it.
so
I mean,
many great.
Well, that's different
memories.
because it was not scripted,
yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
right?
for
Like
sure,
it's
for sure.
Always
yeah,
at someone
it's
else's
always
expense.
accidental
I think
versus
it's great. You're just
the Three Stooges, which is all written out. They're not.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I just love the moment where you're trying to play wiffle ball with your son, and he just hits a line.
Yeah.
drive in
Oh,
there.
that's
No,
always
it's just
no.
it's
It's
incredible.
fun. Has that happened to you, Chris? Yet?
No, I think I did the first time I threw my son a football. I hit him in the face.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
so
Good times.
that happened.
Uh-huh.
Did you get a
You know.
good spiral going before you hit him in the face?
Hell yeah, man. What, do you, what's that? What kind of question is that?
I'm just making sure,
Hit him in the cheek, then him in the eye socket. Hit him in, it's
You
a
know who's
glancing blow in the face, but
Smart.
who's
yeah.
funny? I know Mo Man knows this. One of the all-time Mexican, comedic actors, Cantinflas.
Yeah.
Yeah, he, black and white. I think he kind of veered into the American market.
He did
later
cross
on,
over.
right? He crossed over.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
obviously if you know Spanish, then you definitely understand his comedy. Without Spanish, you'll probably laugh at some of it, but excellent guy. And then Chespirito, El Chavo del Ocho, he's another funny guy. He's more like what, the 70s, Manny?
80s.
80s?
Yeah,
Funny
70s,
dude.
80s.
And
And The Simpsons came over here and drew inspiration from Chespirito, Chavo del Ocho, and Bumblebee Man is based on one of the characters from
yeah, which I
we should
posted.
do a segment. We should do that sometime where we
Yeah.
do a segment on our favorite stand-up comics,
Mhm.
something like that.
Yeah. I actually posted a
segment. Let's do an entire episode.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I posted a gif of Bumblebee Man today in the ASOS group. So good one.
I did not
Yeah.
see that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah, you saw it. Chris saw it. Yeah.
Was that in the
Crazy Lady post?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Whew, that got heated.
Yeah.
Wait, what crazy lady post?
That escalated
Oh, you
quickly.
missed it, Manny. You're in your 420 hangover.
You'll
It
see
was yeah, it was it had to do with the George Floyd verdict and just some
Oh,
people
okay.
got
Yeah.
triggered and
Tag me in the group in the post, and then I'll check it out later.
Okay.
yeah.
Some lady went bonkers.
There was like some new face, like some new face in there that she just went off. She's like in all caps and
Well,
yeah.
you'll realize soon that you're in a racist cult, man.
Yeah.
All four of us are in a
I
trade.
thought I was the leader of the racist cult. No.
I know. It's like, there are benefits here, like medical, dental, 401k in this cult. No.
I'm out.
Yeah, trader.
No bennies, no thank you.
I think she called everybody patriots, then traitors, then racists, then cult members, and
Yeah, for sure.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
We should get her on here at some point. Someone Robbie, reach out to her.
Hey, I will. I will.
I
There's
dare.
no doubt this woman spent some time in a padded cell. No doubt in my mind. She's fucking nuts. Yeah.
Hey,
Lengthy
speaking
career.
about questionable people, I had an experience at work that I kind of want to get your take on.
Does this relate to painting?
No, it relates more
Okay.
to walkers.
Okay, go.
This dude, he was putzing around the store yesterday, and he asks, if you had walkers, where would they be? I tell him we don't have any walkers at the time.
Wait, okay, clarify. You're talking about like the handheld old people,
Yes.
like the 2-hand walkers. Okay.
Yeah,
And
that you
tennis-
see with the
tennis
little
balls on the
yeah,
bottom.
exactly. And there's spurts of time when we get a fuckload of those, and right now it's the dry spell, and I tell him, yeah, we don't have any, and he's not having that for an answer. He's like,
Dry
what?
spell.
Yeah, he's like, where would you have them if you sell them? I was like, we don't have any. Where would they be? And this goes on for like fucking 5-6 times. I was like, is he not? Am I not giving him the proper answer that he wants? Like, what?
Yeah.
I to the point where it's just like I walk away. It's like, dude, I'm not gonna give you an answer to. They'd be over there in that empty fucking corner where there's nothing there. It's like, why am I gonna waste my time giving them that answer when I just like, sorry, we don't have any. Like, who?
Yeah.
To the point where he like the point where I just gave up is like he asked me the question like if I was fucking dumb, like if I was missing a few brain cells. I was like, no,
Yeah,
fuck you.
yeah,
Now you're just
yeah.
being a rude asshole. It's like you want someone to bend to your fucking whim to like no. So it's just like do you guys ever come across these people? It's just like you give them an answer to a perfectly, reasonable question, and yet it's just like it's not properly phrased or it's not like to their weird fucking I don't know, it just really bothered me. Even though I shouldn't let people that act like that bother me because that's their whole mission in life, but still it's like I can't with those people.
See,
With
I
those
feel
types.
like I didn't do it 5 or 6 times, but I went to the grocery, like a Ralph's, which is a major grocery store. And the one item I needed was paper towels. And I could not find any.
Mm.
Yeah, I found an entire half an aisle of toilet paper and no paper
napkin.
towels. So and I was like, am I in the wrong aisle? So I asked someone who works there and I'm like, is there paper towels? And they're like, aisle 3. And I'm like, that's the aisle with the teepee that I've walked up and down 5 times. And I'm like, okay. So I go look one more time. Nope. I ask another person, paper towels, like aisle 3. And I'm like, no, I've checked there. It's not there. Like, well, then that's where it would be. I'm like, it's not there. Like, I'm just like, it's not there. It turned out they were just out of paper towels. I was like, this is Ralph's. This is
Why
So,
could they? There's
I
a
feel
run
like I've
on
been
it.
that guy.
Well, I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's on them because they think that you're asking for. They equate toilet paper to paper towels. I don't know.
Was there like a language barrier going on there?
No,
No,
I don't think there was.
either. Years ago, I did customer service, all that stuff. I used to work at a movie theater. I was a projectionist. I was a corporate trainer for a movie theater. Then after a couple
Was
years,
it ArcLight?
no, it was in San Francisco. It was a Lowe's Theaters. First, it was a Sony Theaters. Then it turned into Lowe's Theaters or a Sony Lowe's. Then now it's an AMC Theater. And then later on, years later, I started working for Hollywood Video. So I have some experience with customer service. One time I was at the Hollywood Video and our printer, like the receipts were not coming out correctly, and I was fixing it. So I said, it was a Friday night, so it was pretty busy. No Netflix, I guess back then, or it was just beginning. So I'm like, just give me
Early
a second, let me fix this printer. I'll be right up, or blah, 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 blah. And so I guess I was taking too long, whatever. And then the lady goes, hello, excuse me, I'm trying to leave. Blah, 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 blah. And I was already irritated. And I'm like, you know what? Blockbuster's down the block. And it was like 2 blocks away. If you want, you can go to Blockbuster. And then she like shut up. And I kind of turned around to work on because the like printer was like right behind me. And then, after that, I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad she didn't like call regional or corporate. But
I wonder Hollywood Video failed.
Yeah, I know. It was me. Yeah, but it was a long line. And I was like, and then after that, it was kind of awkward with all the other customers, like, hi, hey, hi, hey.
I don't know if I can't remember the last time I've had that experience. Yeah, because I don't really engage. I don't know if I have like a sense, like a spidey sense about.
You don't go off.
Crazies.
Yeah, I don't engage, or hey, if you want to just stand here and stare at each other until you walk away, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine because the whole thing. I don't feel awkward moments.
I try not to engage, but
Yeah.
I don't know. These people, man.
Yeah,
Suck you in, they pull you in.
I'd have questions for him about like, do you want tennis ball feet on your walker, non-tennis ball feet? Like, I see them all and they all have tennis balls. I'm like, why don't they just sell it with tennis balls? You know what I mean? Why
Mhm.
not? And like, is that a
Just
market
comes
we should
as part of the
explore?
design.
Yeah, like now I got to buy a walker, and then I got to go to the sporting goods store and buy a pack of tennis balls, and the tennis balls come in 4 packs or 3 packs, so you'd have to buy two and have two extra tennis balls. Now you got to find
This
somewhere
is
to get rid of these two extra tennis balls. If you
this
don't
is
have a
the
dog,
evolution of the hot dog and hot dog bun joke. It's moved over to tennis balls and walkers.
oh, because the counts. Oh, I don't buy hot dogs that don't have 8. Like the Hebrew National would have seven in the pack. That's
Really?
I won't buy that shit. That don't, that's an
A hot
assault.
dog for every day of the week, man. I guess that's how they see it.
Actually,
Yeah, but I guess you got an extra bun. Yeah, extra bun in there. But yeah, I always wonder why don't just they just make the walkers with tennis balls already attached as the legs.
Yeah, that's what I was saying
Yeah.
earlier. It's like that should be incorporated into the design.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Not those rubber.
I mean, it's got to be a
have,
pain in the ass to cut the tennis ball and like try to open it up.
True. You got to
get rid of
think they're
its
probably
stuffing.
arthritic. They're probably
You have to do, like,
arthritic
an
and have
X.
issues with that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like,
Unless they have like a very helpful neighbor. I don't know.
how many injuries happen of people trying to cut their tennis balls and then slice their hand open.
Jane would be at the top of the list of
Yeah.
fucking
Let's.
self-inflicted wounds.
We should get
Uh.
Jane a walker.
I
Yeah, oh,
No, she needs
Yeah.
that chair to help her up and
Yes.
down the flight.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Really.
that's the next thing for party
Oh.
buses. They should include walkers also. So if you need it, like Jane.
Yeah.
It was a long day. Yeah. I will say my first injury on the stairs was 100% sober. So
That's
my
good.
mom said I should talk to the landlords about putting some strips in, but I feel bad. I feel like it's my fault, like for being a klutz, and that
Well,
I just
You
need a
know.
rule. So I have a slipper rule for my wood stairs. Like I always have to wear slippers, but I don't have a rule for my other stairs. I just need to make a rule.
I can't keep your stairs straight.
Rules
So,
look
like,
alive.
outdoor stairs and
I
indoor
sound like I live
stairs.
in a bigger, more extravagant place than I do.
Yeah,
I'm having
yeah.
to-
It's a modest place.
Yeah.
It only has 2 decks and I don't know.
Yeah.
Ah,
A
Yeah.
rule is all I need. I think I can handle this on my own.
there's some DIY. I think
I
you can
looked it
do.
up. They're a little involved. They involve screws.
No, never mind.
You should be like that guy. Have you seen that DIY guy that does like fixes like holes in places with like cup of noodles and kind of sands it down? Have you seen that?
Excuse me.
Yeah, he'll put random food. Like he'll put peanut butter and then kind of sands it down.
I also
he'll
have
put
an ant problem, so I don't
Oh,
want
yeah.
to deal with that.
I
Oh, boy.
I like 2 of my ants. How many ants visit you at home?
I wish it was just
Tias.
two.
Yeah, my tias.
Your Tias.
Yeah, no, there's one tia I don't like that much, but
Yeah.
yeah, you don't want more. You don't want more ants.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, they're
Talk to
even
the
like-
landlord.
So no more. So Robbie's off the hook this week with his Instaho following.
Oh, for this week, yeah. We don't want to
Okay.
do 2 weeks in a row,
Okay.
but I'll
I can
revisit
follow
it.
more Insta hoes.
Yeah, I know. It's like, you find any more?
Oh, I'm sure
Got some
I
links?
have. I've clicked
You need to-
follow.
both
on a couple.
accounts.
Yeah.
Oh no! What do you mean both accounts? I only have one.
All right. So what are we gonna get to next? Is Jane's got some
I could
Well,
do
you
some
got-
news.
news stories
I actually
to
could
cover?
segue. I was talking about toilet paper. I have
yeah,
an
yeah.
interesting story about toilet paper.
Oh, okay. I
I
thought
know
something
this
horrible
sounds
happened
like-
to you.
Doesn't this sound like wonderful pod? So remember last year when everyone went crazy and started buying up toilet paper and hoarding it?
Yes.
So now they're reporting that toilet paper sales have declined below levels from before the pandemic. The reason for that is because everyone's just using up their toilet paper.
Yeah.
They hoarded.
I
And then they asked the makers, like the manufacturers, if they cooled their production of it, and they declined to comment. I'm like, what are they hiding? I don't know. If
Why
that's,
would exactly? It's like, no, we can't talk about our toilet
like,
paper.
their stock might
production.
go down. If they say
Proprietary.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So what's
yeah.
interesting also is that there's two different production lines. So the ones you get in public bathrooms have a completely different production line than like the regular, like the private, what do you call this? Regular citizens.
Home consumption.
Yeah. So they
Retail,
didn't
sure.
really like affect each other's. So like the public one obviously went down because everyone was like cleared out. But the regular, us normal consumers.
Don't you have some data?
I did. I actually pulled data. I'm trying to.
You know what data I'd like to know the statistics on toilet paper lung for last year, because I'm sure it's risen. You know how you get a
What do you
like
mean?
a consume
Toilet
No.
paper lung.
lung. You know how
Yeah.
you get, sometimes you inhale a lot of it. It's like so much toilet paper. What is it? Coal miner's lung or whatever.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
and you
Yeah.
get whatever lung. If I eat a lot of hot
Yeah.
Cheetos, then eventually I get hot Cheeto lung.
How do I?
Sounds awful.
No
I got some
I-
toilet paper thoughts.
thoughts.
So yeah, this is a real chart.
So this is a real chart of the sales here. Sorry, I like don't know how to zoom this out.
It's getting cut off, but up in the there's a one underneath Thursday under insert. There's 100%. There's a scaling.
Hold on, let me just get a.
Or you could just pinch your mouse pad. It'll zoom
So what
it
we're
out, I
looking
think.
at here is a for those who will listen to this pod later is toilet paper sales are kind of flatlining. Well, between
on, let me-
700, 900
yeah.
million a year, and then all of a sudden spiked up to 1.4 billion dollars during the COVID year of 2020, and then have fallen back down. So
How
all
much-
of those who have invested in big toilet paper have to divest. It's time to sell.
Well, I was gonna ask, how much of it do you think it has to do with cheaper bidets being introduced into the market? It's like, why am I going to waste all this money in toilet paper where I could just spend, $40, 50, whatever?
I think you're assuming too many people are like Jaden.
or Luis.
Don't you
right?
still need to? You still need to use toilet paper.
I mean, you'll just
you
lightly
might even
dab
use-
it, I guess, but
Really?
you'll use a lot less.
You would need different toilet paper that's maybe, well, no, more absorbent. I got stuck and had to go to CVS and get toilet paper because I forgot to get it at the grocery store. And at the same thing that would cost you like $10 at the grocery store is like twice as much. So I bought the cheap stuff at CVS because that's how I roll. So toilet paper pun there. I got the Scots. Let me tell you something though. It was super cheap and it was a little rough on the anus, right? But that shit lasts forever. That lasts forever. If you're getting like
But don't
angel
you want to
salt, that
like
kind of
not
stuff.
cringe every time you have to use it?
My anus is tough. It's pretty tough, and
That's,
it builds character.
yeah.
But it lasts forever because it's so thin that one roll, it's got like, I don't know, 100, 400 times. It's unknowable. It's 400 times more toilet paper on the roll than regular. So that's all I got. That's all I have to add.
In the, what is it, half ply? I think Bruin Backhand said half ply in the comments on YouTube.
This was like single ply.
Single ply. Okay.
Yeah.
So we had a request. Catherine,
Yes.
Is that
she's
Kat?
online right now. Kat. She was one of our.
Oh, she was our guest.
Kat
Exactly.
Herring?
Hey, Kat.
She wanted to hear, first of all, Manny say thought one more time, and she wanted to ask Chris what thought stands for. See if he knew what thought stands for. Manny, can you say thought
Manny's
one
gonna
more
say
time?
it.
Thought.
Okay, cool. And Chris, what does thought stand for? Do you know?
I believe I know.
Okay.
Chris so white.
No, I know stuff now. I've seen the Black Twitter. It stands for that hoe over there.
Woo! Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, raise the
I admit,
roof.
I'm
I did
down.
not know that.
I'm down with the
Yes.
slang.
So
Slap me some skin.
Yeah, jive turkey.
It's also a gender neutral term, so it could apply either male or female and everyone in between.
When I went to my comedy class,
Everyone's a thought.
There's a black guy in my comedy class. The first time I went, great. I mean, he's hilarious. I follow him on his social media stuff. He's hilarious. He does TikTok now, and
I did my first TikTok like 2 nights ago, but go ahead.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's savage. But yeah, his name at the time, like he said we were to become Facebook friends, and he said his name was like something to do with thought, and I was like, I don't know what that means. So he told me what it meant.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know what that means. Yeah.
Yeah. That you see that hoe over there? Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That thought.
But I've seen it. I've seen the term used a lot. No, I think that it's the rules on how it's used have because I don't know. I think that because it's got the HOT, you think that they're attractive, but I don't think so. I think that they just have to be hoes, right?
Yeah.
Hoe is the key
yeah.
word in there is that
That's
they
right.
just need to be a hoe.
You know, when it's one of the times I miss Tupac the most, the vernacular. I would have loved to have heard him say "thought" in a song. So yeah,
I thought you were gonna hit us with, man, this is a one time I miss being a thought.
No.
You got any other tests, Kat? Any other tests for us?
Yeah, if anybody wants to stump Chris, we need to see if we can. He's learning. You know, it's like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. He's learning. You know, clever girl. Yeah.
If you would have asked Jane, though, that would have been a definite no, right?
exactly.
Jane,
Oh man. Okay.
I know I'm not up on things
Okay.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody has, just let us know. Send us a message on Endless Ranters on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever.
Gmail. Yeah, I just thought of a thing. Could have a segment for the show called Stump Whitey. It could either be a question aimed at Chris or Jane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a good idea. We could compete. I mean, I think I would win now with all my new knowledge.
Whiter than me or less white than me?
Less. Yeah, less.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'd win that. I know stuff now.
But you
branching out. Huh?
But you game and you like soccer.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
for bringing that up. What's this video game that you play? I'm curious.
It's a game.
Robbie, right.
It's one of these games where it's like I don't know if it's MMO. It's not like World of Warcraft. It's more of like it's based on Game of Thrones. So
does it go by that title or what's the name of it?
Yeah, it goes by Game of Thrones, Winter is Coming. But I mean, it's kind of like Age of Empires or Civilization.
So strategy based.
Yeah, strategy based. It's
Okay.
not, you don't take turns and all that. I think because Civilization might have been like you take turns, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a game. It's like really more about resource management. And
did you ever play Command and Conquer back in the day then?
fuck hell, man. I played all those.
Oh, wow.
All of them. Yeah, all those
Yeah,
games.
I remember
love
those
those
games.
Okay.
Look, I'm not going to talk too much about games because I can, if people want to hear about games, I can talk about games. But Command and Conquer, there was like a few games, right, where they would have clips of actual actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie you remember Carrie Warrer?
Yes.
You know.
Oh,
yeah,
she
Rob's
was-
like, oh yeah.
Oh,
Do I ever?
don't know if yeah.
Rob's eyes got
Super
big.
excited. Yeah.
I should never have said the word gaming. I am regretting this.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to fill the air with some time. So,
I
I
think
like
we're
the
losing
games.
listeners.
I
Yeah,
like
go
the
ahead.
games where you don't have to play a lot every day, but you play for, you're in it for a couple years. Like I know some people in this game that I've known for a couple years now, like just online, but
right.
yeah. So we got our own Discord channel and all that kind of stuff. So
Look at you. Know about the Discord.
Dude.
yeah, I made it. I actually I'm like the admin or something.
This is the other side of Chris So White
Hey,
setting
hey,
up a
can I-
Discord.
All right. Kat wants us to move on.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She's the one
We're
who
going to
did
go to
this.
my next news story because I have some actually really thought-provoking.
Let's do it.
But are we done with toilet
So-
paper though? Are we done?
We're
the
done
toilet
with
paper?
that.
Oh, no,
Okay.
wait. I
We're
actually
not gonna
have one
talk about our
more.
favorite brands or anything.
No, yeah,
like that?
actually, I have a question for you all. If you could source your own, supply of toilet paper, would you rather go for the consumer grade or the stuff that you see in, like at the bathroom at the airport? And that's a, bit
Oh,
larger.
consumer grade. I feel like
Okay.
it's always shit at the
Yeah.
public. Yeah, they go
Okay.
cheap.
They go cheap, but even in a large abundance. I got you.
My office has got the good stuff, but yeah, the stuff at the airports or what, I mean, that's
If I had a
soft
family of
stuff?
It's an
12,
attack.
if I had a family of 12, I would go for the cheap stuff, but I'm one person. I can handle it. I can afford to treat my nether regions.
I wonder what the best toilet paper is, like if no price, like if money was no object, if like, is there a brand of toilet paper that billionaires buy? You know what I'm talking about?
It's a bidet.
Yeah.
You
Good.
know?
Oh, you're right. Bidet.
Oh, but you still, are they just using like a washcloth? Like,
Yeah.
Good
Yeah. And then they throw it
Very-
away or something.
High quality washcloth. Yeah.
God. Okay.
And they just throw it into the incinerators. Like, I don't want to look at it.
Okay. I think I'm done with toilet paper then.
All right.
I mean, I'm the subject of it. I'm not done with it. You know, I'm going to continue to use
I was
it.
like, I want to swear it off for the rest of my life.
All right.
Okay, what's
International
next?
news. We've got international news. Japan has appointed a minister of loneliness to tackle mental health issues in light
like
of their
this.
spike in suicides and their declining birth rates. So this his name is the appointed minister of loneliness is Tetsushi Sakamoto.
Nice.
And this was actually back in February.
Never forget Sakatomo Towers.
That's Nakatomi, right?
You know. it's-
And he is
Yeah.
supposed to work in a conjunction with the Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare on policies for better social welfare. And Japan has had a suicide problem for a while, but then COVID-19 really exacerbated it, and they're actually really seeing an issue with women, which is interesting because I think suicide is a bigger issue for men usually, or men commit suicide at higher rates.
Right.
They still use swords
No
Yeah.
idea.
for suicide.
Yeah.
No, just
It's
going
like
up to the roof
samurais. Like samurais.
You know.
also
Like
works.
they stab themselves.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What
You
do they
know.
call it? Harry or something
Yeah.
like that.
Was it like it had something like the word had something to do with working too much? It was like they
Oh yeah, there is a word for
overworked.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing
Hold
in
up.
Japan. Like they had like a term for that type of person.
Suicidal
Dude.
what do you mean? What kind of person? Someone
An
that
overworked, like someone who was just working too many hours and depressed and worked to
Well,
death.
I like this. I like that a country can recognize an issue.
I agree. I don't
uh,
like ministries though, but if you're gonna have ministries, I like
Yeah.
that they're including loneliness or they're, they know it's an issue, but they're also, I think it has to do with the birth rates too, because
Yeah,
They
you said
had-
that. You said that, and basically you're just trying to get men and women to hook up and start banging more.
Yeah.
yeah,
Also, the word
Which
that
would
you're
solve
looking
both
for-
problems.
they need to outlaw things like sex dolls, right?
And then like the panty vending machines too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you walk up to
anything
that vending
that's a
machine and you put your
substitute
money
for
in.
real interaction.
Yeah, you put your money in the
No.
vending machine. It doesn't spit out the panties, and you're just like going bananas there. Yeah.
So if the birth rate is pretty low in Japan, if you want to get it up, higher and the rates go higher, remember Operation Dumbo Drop? Just drop like Tracy Morgan in Japan. He'll get like all the women pregnant. He'll get them all pregnant. Just give him like a week.
Our buddy
Week, huh?
Marty McFly.
Oh,
He's
that's
over. He's in
right.
Japan right now. He did a Get It On post from
Yeah, he was-
Japan. I saw
yeah.
it this morning. He was I don't know what episode it was now, but he was a guest on Endless Ranters a while back. I enjoyed talking to
Yeah.
him. So what's up, Marty? I think he's our Endless Ranters group too.
Marty,
Japanese
help them
term.
get less lonely.
Oh,
Maybe
he
he'll,
is.
like,
Don't you worry about that.
Pay you, yeah.
The women,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
His women are not committing suicide. No.
That's good. He's doing his job.
They're very happy.
Yeah.
They don't need a sword.
I
With
think he
him.
said that he got married though, or I hope I'm not imagining that, but yeah, I think he may have I don't know, made it official with one of the with his Japanese wife, possibly.
That's
Oh,
But
good.
yeah, he's an
Congratulations.
interesting
him.
cat. He loves that Japanese culture and
Good,
travels
no.
there kind of routinely.
Good,
Yeah.
good. It's actually, to be honest with you, I'm not kidding or anything. It's one of my goals. I would love to go to Japan because they seem to have that mix between like the old, ancient, whatever, back in the days and the technology, all that stuff, the vending machines and the video games and the neon and all
The
that stuff.
West and the
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And I
I'm
want to
looking-
go to Suicide Forest. Have you heard of that forest?
Man, why do you want to go
No.
there, dude?
No.
That place is so fucking somber, man.
It is, but it's I don't know. It's interesting. I
Is
just
that
I'm
Yes,
not,
I never figured you for such a fucking morbid individual.
I like hiking in woods.
Rob so goth.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big. Rob's a big Hello Kitty fan too. Fucking come back with a Hello Kitty backpack.
I have
Hello
my
Kitty wonder-
My Little Pony backpacks and t-shirts and dollies.
They are the masters at cute. That's for sure. Japan.
Oh yeah.
They know how
I
to
bet
do
you Manny
cute.
would go with you for sure.
Let's go, man.
Absolutely, I'd love to
Oh,
go.
show. Yeah.
Stay there for a month, easy.
Is that the Suicide Forest? Is that what there was a YouTuber a few years back? Was it
Logan
Yeah.
Paul, right?
Logan
was
Paul
Jake.
or PewDiePie or
Jake?
something like that.
It was Jake Paul.
He got in
Jake
trouble,
Paul.
right? Because he
Yeah.
went and showed some. I don't know.
Yeah,
He
it was
showed
a little
anything.
tasteless, to be honest with you. I mean, I wouldn't do that. Look,
Little.
I like, yes, I do like, I can talk, all day about that. I like kind of the creepy stuff. I like to go hiking. I think I've said it. I follow this guy, David Politis, who goes hiking and there are some mysterious disappearances, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, what's his name? Was it Jake Paul? He's the one that posted, right, some videos of actual suicide victims or
Did he
suicide.
really?
Yeah, and obviously he did it for the likes and the follows and stuff. And come on, I don't know, that's a little low. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, but
I feel like at the time he had so many followers, it kind of backfired. Like I don't know that he would have gotten any new ones. He was just he's just a provocateur, I guess. And
yeah.
trying to, I don't know, like I don't know how that guy made his claim to fame. Like if he was a gamer or something like that.
YouTuber.
Just a YouTuber. That's it.
Is he like a pit bull? He just
I
has a
get-
motor.
I guess.
Maybe. I don't know. These guys are kind of annoying, but I mean, I kind of
A little bit.
They build up a serious following, I guess. And
Oh yeah, for sure. And I don't know if both of them or one of them was a Disney guy, one of those Disney teens.
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So the Japanese people need to cheer the fuck up, right? So they're trying to work on that. I like
Yes.
that because I think that in our country, we need to figure something out because we're just churning out crazy people. left and
Oh.
I
right.
think
so. This is
They're
like
a
a theme
wiser.
of
They're a
our-
wiser country.
Yeah.
By the
Ooh.
way, the term for work to death is karoshi.
Oh,
That sounds
nice.
good.
Right
Yeah.
on.
Karoshi. That's how you say it.
At least I hope Google gave me the right term. Not
Remember
fuck you, Google.
Adam Carolla was like, hold on the hi.
One of my favorite bits.
That bit for a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while since he did that thing. But yeah, I mean, because we have a serious problem in our country. I mean, people talk about guns and immigration, abortion, and all this kind of stuff. But it's like we're just creating crazy people left and right. And
Dude,
the ones that shoot up places, they get all the headlines. But I mean, it's a big problem. I mean, it's like affects people's education, their ability to hold down a job, relationships, more divorces, child abuse, things like that. We're just cranking out crazy people. And it manifests itself in all these different ways that we see on the news every day. And it's sad. We need to freaking figure something out.
actually, look, I think it was this Saturday. I was headed out the house, and on my block. I don't live in the best neighborhood. I'm in San Francisco Mission District, so those in the area know about it. There's this, literally, I'm not kidding you, just feet from my house. There's a tent. There's a few people living in there, and there's a guy was sitting on the ground on the floor, and I guess his woman was screaming at him, telling him, "Yeah, you got me pregnant, this and this and that." And I'm just looking, and I'm trying not to like have them look at me and cause any So then all of a sudden I hear like a pipe hit the floor, and not a crack pipe, like a metallic pipe. And when I looked at the guy, he was grabbing his shoulder. He was like, ah. So I think she like threw a pipe at him. But they're over here living in a tent. She's over here getting pregnant. I don't know what's going to happen. The kid, if she goes through with it, the kid's going to grow up in the system or whatever. I mean, it's not like the kid's going to live in the tent with them. So I don't know. Like, yeah, like I'm, Chris, come on. We get, I don't know.
It's your responsibility to help this family in a tent.
I know, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I got some thoughts on this. So I have a news flash. Like, I'll tell you guys something. Lately, I've started to like Dr. Drew.
What?
Oh, did you hear the rant, the inspired rant he went on?
Yeah.
On homelessness, right? Yeah.
Since
Dr. Drew is always
kicked
kind
him
of
off the board, the commission.
Yeah, he's always kind of I don't know. So the most I know of Dr. Drew is really Adam talking about Dr. Drew. And can you think of like anything nice that he said about Dr. Drew over the years? Like, he'll quote his opinion on things when he needs support, like medical support. But like, he always described Drew as like neurotic and really, really annoying. And I don't know. So, but he seems like he's starting to fight back a little bit and starting to not give a shit and starting to,
I agree. Look, I respect Drew a lot. I don't know. I feel like his intentions are good. You see a lot of these celebrities or doctors or whatever, they might want that, what's the word? Clout, if you can call it that or whatever. But no, I don't know. I see like good intentions.
He's a bit of a clout chaser.
A little
clout chaser early on in the COVID times. It's not that I even disagreed that much with what he said. He just seemed like he was putting himself.
But I don't know. I say go push back, Drew.
Yeah, I'm glad that he's doing that and telling people to fuck off. That's good. Yeah. But yeah, he was kind of like out there early with the COVID stuff, like trying to be on the vanguard. And it's like, and that's not really. I know you're a doctor. You're very educated. You know more about viruses and all that stuff than 99% of people, but it seemed like he kind of he had like it was an unforced error his COVID views early on when he was talking about just the flu. Just because he wanted to be out there, first and like declaring this stuff first, it's like, it's okay just to let other people talk about it. I don't know. Jane, you said you were saying something.
No, I think he's tricky to discern because on the one hand, I do think he's sincere, but on the other hand, he's sort of led himself to this spotlight position as a doctor, which is like kind of interesting. So he had some kind of motivation. Who knows if, his wife was sort of an instigator, because you hear sort of like the push, he has a pushover side, but then he has a pushback side. And I can't quite like figure out where each of those sides comes from or what each is motivated by.
Yeah. He's a good guy, obviously a good friend to Adam and all that, but I don't know. And also, if you do a job where you're a celebrity rehab guy on VH1 and you've got a series of VH1 shows, you're kind of, I don't know that you lose credibility, but you got to expect some mocking.
He's more than that, Chris. Don't paint him in that corner.
And also, I'd like to really know, like they allude to it a lot, but they never talk about it in detail, like, because he's a very busy person. At some point, he had all these shows, like during the day, HLN, News, Fox, all this stuff. Like,
right.
When is he seeing patients? Like, other than his like friends, celebrity friends, like he can write Adam a prescription or something, over the phone. But like, when is he seeing patients? Like how many patients is he seeing that aren't just, lifelong patients or whatever, like new patients? Is he spending any time in emergency rooms, seeing people that are coming in with the, the latest and greatest illnesses and stuff? So they never really talk. Yeah. They never really talk about that. Like what how is he practicing medicine? I guess he has to get certified and I'll like go through a lot of classes, but they never really get into details about like how much time is he spending in an office, like how many patients is he seeing a week, or new patients, diagnosing them. So there's a lot of unknowns there. Maybe someone knows, can shed some light on it, but there was times where he would have like all these podcasts with Adam, his own podcast, HLN show. Like, I don't think that leaves a lot of room for being a practicing doctor, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he was also spending 4 or 6 hours a day in the office seeing patients. I don't know.
The man never sleeps.
Maybe
He's
not.
a man of passion.
Yeah.
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 Then he got a black eye. A couple like
Was it
like,
the vaccine?
I wanted to post that like he got punched in the like Susan
his
punched
wife.
him. She slapped him, didn't she?
It's like, I'm tired of repeating myself, Drew.
Yeah, he got out of
It was probably one of those vaccine, side effects, just like how herpes is a Pfizer or vaccine, side effect now.
I heard
a
that.
headline of
Yeah,
that today.
that's like a good excuse now. I'm gonna start telling all my dates that. It's a vaccine. Herpes. Yeah.
I saw a headline for that, but it's like I see headlines for everything under the sun. So
Well, yeah, they talked about it on a show, but yeah, apparently a study said that herpes infections may be a little, maybe a side effect of COVID-19 vaccine. I don't know. So does that mean if you had
in there? In the vaccine?
Are you injecting us with the herpes?
Yeah, I am like very confused.
Can I choose?
Yeah.
Which
Is this like if you have it, you get an outbreak, or
Yeah.
is this like you didn't have it, now you have it?
I like the herpes-free version, please. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Can you give me a vaccine that'll
Yeah,
like
there's something
increase my
about-
girth size?
Yeah.
I'm getting my first shot tomorrow, and now
That's what
I'm
Fauci
hoping
should
it's
say.
Moderna.
Yeah.
I was hoping for Pfizer, and now I'm like,
That's what I got. Actually,
I'll take the worst side effects from Moderna over herpes from.
Was it Moderna that like I saw something about how this is like the only vaccine they make. Like they don't really make anything else. Like this, like one of the vaccine manufacturers, this is it. This is it for them. This is what they make. They don't make any other drugs. Like
I don't know. Whatever. I
What's
think they're all
wrong?
safe enough.
Okay.
I'll get through any side effects unless it's herpes.
Yeah, I still have.
yeah.
I still haven't scheduled a vaccine. I don't know. I'm not really in a hurry to.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Is it like what's the word? I don't know. It's do you get looked down upon if you get the vaccine, or is that the thing to do? I mean, I got my first
the vaccine.
Yeah, like getting I don't know. Or are you like a denier if you don't get? I don't know. It's like
I'm a not carer.
Yeah.
I'm a not carer. Yeah.
I mean, we all, a lot of the Hispanics. I don't know about you, Mo man, but a lot of Hispanics have that, like the little scar on the arm, on the upper arm, and that's the shot you get when you're a kid, probably in the Latin American countries, and a lot of them have that little mini scar. I don't think I have it, or if it is, it's very small. But it's one of those. I don't know if it's a
You're
polio.
not going all enough then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You're not legit.
No. Yeah, you gotta have one.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've noticed it on some people.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some got butchered. Some people got butchered, but other people
It's fucked
like
up.
me, we're okay.
I'm not like, if someone's like, have you been back? Like, mind your fucking business.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Seriously.
How about that?
Yeah.
So,
Well,
don't know.
I mean, are you I mean, why are they asking you? Isn't it just on them?
yeah, I haven't had anybody. Like, I don't know. I feel like I have a way about me where people are just leave me alone. Like,
Yeah. For sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I agree. Like, dude, don't even ask me. Like, it's like the thing to do. It's like small talk. Oh, hey, so, yeah, Pfizer, Moderna, whatever. JJ, I don't know.
Yeah, there's some story about, I guess the Johnson and Johnson's is that still off? Like they're not doing the Johnson and Johnson one shot
think
They
anymore?
stopped
suspended?
distributing it after
Just
the
stopped completely?
blood clot scare, which again, better than herpes, I think.
Yeah.
Well, What's the
It was a
percentage,
minute-
right?
it was a tiny
people?
It can be
number.
deadly.
It's like 6 people
It was like
died
1 in
from
a
that.
million.
Yeah.
It was really low. I mean, the birth control pill is higher than that for blood clots, and we don't get
Oh.
up in arms about it.
But then those people that got the Pfizer, like a year from now, you got to get that DLC. Those the people that play games, you got that downloadable content. You got to get that extra shot after that. It's like that
the
extra one,
booster.
the booster. So it's like
yeah. So I
I'm
gotta.
afraid people kind of forget about all this, and they won't check up on, like, we're making a big deal about the first vaccine because this is all new. But then, like, the boosters are kind of going to be like, if you feel like it.
That annoyed me, and I
Yeah.
was laughing at people at my office about that because it's like, I bet they knew that you'd need a booster. I bet they knew that a while
Yeah.
back.
Oh, for sure.
And they just don't. Just keep
tell
that shit to
us.
themselves, and then all of a sudden, after like 200 million vaccinations been done, or
Yeah.
100 million shots, 100 million people vaccinated, they're like, oh yeah. Oh, by the way, in 6 months or end of the year, you're gonna put the vaccine again. It's like,
Yeah, like, why don't they say, okay, you're gonna be required to have 5 shots, but then in the end they're like, oh no, actually it's actually 4, and then we'll be happy about it. Like, you just, like, I don't know.
I read the sign, like the signs to me, like, so when Gavin Newsom got caught at the French Laundry restaurant without a mask, and he's the governor of California, where you've got really strict lockdowns. So the sign that I read there is like, oh, he's not, well, he could be retarded. He's not a fool with his own life. I think Gavin Newsom values his own life very much and his own health very much. So it's like, he obviously doesn't feel like the coronavirus is a huge risk, because he's out there this is way before vaccines, right?
Mhm.
He's out there, having a party, closed doors, close quarters with friends, family, whatever. He had, you have no idea who's, they're around during the day. So that's a sign there that, okay, someone that is in charge, someone that should be in the know, isn't too concerned about COVID and his personal risk of COVID. So that's a sign. And then when you got like Fauci and the CDC just kind of putting out a lot of mixed messages about, once you get the vaccine, keep your mask on, wear the mask. You can still, it's like, okay, so maybe they're not so confident about the vaccine and its efficacy.
I think it was who's DeSantis? Is he Florida?
Florida.
Yeah.
Florida
Yeah.
governor.
He's the one that said, right? Okay, so we got the shot. Great. So no masks, right? So if we got the shot, that means I'm immune, right? So if I have the shot, there's no I still get it. And
There
a lot
could
of
be a slight chance, but this is the best we're gonna do, and I'm ready
Yeah.
to go back to normal. Like,
I'm sure some of the listeners are like, oh no, guys, I mean, actually, statistically, about 3%. I get it. Just give us the
Well,
numbers.
Okay, here's the real problem: is the amount of risk people want to assume is different. We might all come to agreement on what the level of risk is, but then we all decide differently on whether we're okay with that or what precautions we want to take. How do you manage that? That's tough. That's hard.
Yeah.
And I don't want to live in a world that's super paranoid.
Mhm.
They probably don't want to live in a world where, everyone's just loosey goosey and like not afraid.
Yeah.
Or they don't care about their freedoms. I don't know. Like, we're going to have to live in two worlds. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like for there to be a little bit more of a conversation about the thresholds at which we decide that a vaccine needs to be mandatory or decide that something is a pandemic. Like, what are the thresholds, like their survival rate? Because is it fair to say, I don't know. I don't know what defines a pandemic, but what are the thresholds? And we can't even get to that because the numbers are dodgy in the first place, because they're counting COVID deaths when, the person has been battling cancer for a year, and then they die and they have COVID. It's like, I don't know. I guess that maybe counts, but car crash, tested positive for COVID, they count as a COVID death. And I understand the importance of keeping good statistics, but I don't know. It's like, you can't even really get to what's the threshold, what's the number. It's still in the emergency use phase, right? The FDA hasn't approved this. It's approved it for emergency use, and they're talking about pushing the trials down to kids under 18. Whereas, well, there is no emergency for children in COVID. There is none. So, but they're pushing this vaccine that's really approved for emergency use only
Well,
onto kids, and there's no emergency for them.
So,
So I don't
as a
understand that.
as a perspective, I just looked up chickenpox mortality rates, and this says for children aged 1 through 14, it's 1 out of 100,000. 15
Deaths
through 19,
or
this is chickenpox,
okay,
which we got a vaccine for now.
we do.
And
Okay.
it's recent too, like most of us, if you're my age, you got chicken. You just
I never had it. I never had chickenpox.
Oh, you didn't?
Nope.
Interesting.
I think so. Am I at risk if you're older and you get chickenpox?
Yes, you are. So that's what I was about to get to that. Okay, so 1 out of 100,000 for ages 1 to 14, 6 out of 100,000 for 15 through 19, 21 per 100,000 for adults. So
it's deaths.
That's
or just getting
deaths. That's the
Deaths.
fatality rate.
Hmm.
And they say most deaths occur in immunocompetent children and adults. I don't know. It's all one word. I assume that means
Compromised?
I think that would be the opposite of immunocompromised. Would be you're doing all right.
See what the definition of this word is.
I don't know. That for me, that's like I like to be able to compare.
Interesting.
Things
It
and,
says, having a normal immune response.
Yeah, I like to be able to compare things, like really compare things. Like, okay, well,
this is deadlier than chickenpox. So
coronavirus is deadlier than chickenpox,
and we should have it for coronavirus.
Okay, I like to know that. This is the first time I've heard that comparison.
I'm not sure if we need one for chickenpox, but I mean, just from it never felt like a scary thing. Like it was just one of those childhood diseases. You didn't try not to get it. You just let yourself get it.
Yeah, I don't know if people who are listening, I know there are cases, right, where your parents might send you to your friend's house if they have chickenpox.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, well, make sure you get it. That way you get that out of the way.
Have fun.
Because it's better when you're younger too.
Yeah.
Well, I think my sister had it and I was kept away from her. So
that's weird because it's like, how are you going to avoid
your sister's disease? Stay away.
I don't know.
That's
I think I think I just, or maybe I didn't and I just didn't get it. I guess it's possible to be exposed to chickenpox and not get it, right? I don't know.
I thought everyone got it. My dad never had it though, but he doesn't know if he was. I don't know. He was one of 7 siblings. You would have thought, he'd have it, but he didn't. So we tried to stay away from him because
if he didn't, he probably had lice.
Oh shit! I remember going to elementary school. Like you get checked for lice.
Yeah.
Like you go to the gym and you get checked for scoliosis and lice.
I got lice once.
I'd be in line, like crossing my fingers, like, oh please, fucking.
Oh gosh.
When we had lice, you could be off out of school for like maybe 3-4 days, right? More.
Yeah, but lice you can get an infinite number of times. So.
I was more worried about like they're gonna check my spine and be like, your spine's curved. Like, oh fuck. What do you do now?
Back brace for you.
Well, if we can go real quick. So, what is it? Today's ACS episode, Chuck Liddell, right? One of the things I feel like, because I'll have it kind of debates back and forth with people that have medical background and stuff, and I'm all for information. What he kind of said also was that his issue is some of these officials are not consistent with information. Just try. Obviously, it's science. It's like an evolving thing. Let's just be consistent. Don't give us like 100%. This is fact. Just at least tell us this is evolving. This is what we're getting right now. Just don't tell it to us like it's fact. So, because then we're not going to believe you. And then you're going to be like the boy who cried wolf. You told us, 1 mask, and then you told us 3 masks, and you said 2 vaccines, 2 shots. And then you're like 4. I don't know. Just give us, we're not sure yet, And
I think
I'll respect it.
Something very dodgy about the whole, that whole thing. And and then they've been teasing recently that there's going to be an announcement soon about changing restrictions or something. And I get a feeling they're going to say, okay, you don't need a mask. And then it's like, well, then why did we, why now and why not 3 months ago? And also in Texas, without the mask mandate, it's been like 45 days. And I think either they're way down.
Mhm.
The reports are way down. Positive things are way down. I'm sure there's a lot of reasons for that. And yeah, so some businesses make you wear a mask still, like grocery stores, but I went to a Mexican food place like a couple weekends ago, and no masks. The people working there had them, but no one in the restaurant had masks, no signs for masks. And
Yeah.
I don't know, people aren't really dropping dead. So I don't know. Folks have realized, like, if you're at risk, then those folks are protecting themselves better.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. I think we have friends that kind of can go kind of both ways when it comes to this subject, but I'm not the type of person, right? I'm not going to don't go to the Costco. I'm not going to respect you if you go to the Costco, and you're going to give the employee that earns, I don't know, I guess Costco earns all right, but whatever, $19 an hour, a hard time for policies that they're trying to enforce that their managers, don't give them a hard time. It's not them. It's not even their managers. It's above them. Do give them a hard time. Go to corporate or go to the city officials or whatever. Just don't give them a hard time.
If you feel that strongly about it, just don't go.
Or don't go. Yeah.
Don't go. I mean, if you need their order it online, don't go. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of people on the stubborn side that are, just absolute dickheads. I work with libraries, and one library director told me a couple months back that they were trying to stay open when the outbreak, when this thing first started. And eventually one of the reasons they decided just to shut down, because it was up to them. It was up to like the local, government. And one of the reasons they decided to shut the library down and like close off all the services they provide to people was because they were spending so much time every day in confrontations with, these fucking morons that are like walking in there without the mask and wanting to make a scene and wanting to, fight for their civil liberties in the lobby of the library with, some volunteer or something. And they were just like, fuck it. And they just closed down. So it's like,
and I'm pretty sure
those people are
many of those cases. Yeah, in many of those cases, I'm sure the employee agrees with you. They agree, dude. I agree with you. Yeah. It's just, this is the position I'm put in. It's right now. Don't worry, we're not in Nazi territory right now either. It's not. This is not happening. I get it. I mean, I've seen pictures from the I forget when the last outbreak, the big outbreak was from San Francisco. Police. It's black and white pictures. Citizens had the mask. Police officers had the mask. I get it. But like I'm saying, there's the both sides. There's the no, I'm not gonna wear a mask, blah blah da 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 da, and then there's super mask. There's the people that are not wearing a mask, and then you got the people with the phones. Hey, this guy's not wearing a mask. Da, da, da. He's not wearing a mask. It's like, dude, just can you?
Those two people need to be run over with my car.
Both.
We had an incident at one of the wineries we went to on Sunday.
Oh, really?
So we get out. So there's, a dozen of us, and we go and we have a reservation, and it's all outdoors. Like everyone's sitting outdoors. The tables are all spaced apart. So we're a big enough group that we need 2 tables. And so we find 2 near each other, but they're far apart. So we're like, okay, let's get them closer together. And then the employee comes out, and is like, I'm sorry, but we have to keep them spaced. I was like, we were just in a band together.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And there was a Karen at the next table over who was, at least 15 feet away. And she was like, you guys need to follow the rules. They're there to protect people. We're like, are you kidding? The employee is still sitting there enforcing this crap. Like, this is completely outside. We're getting to the point that like, over half of us are vaccinated or had it. I was maybe the only one at this point who hadn't, but it was just like, if I were that employee, I would have said sorry. Like, I would have stood up for science, not the rules, and just been like, let these people put their tables near each other. they're standing up without a mask at their table. That's okay. It's like she calmed down. The Karen calmed down when we sat down. But when we were standing without the mask, like at the table, she like freaked out. It was so weird.
Yeah.
Like I think at some point you kind of have to, who's going to get this employee in trouble? Like really, there's no cops around. We're in the middle of like this beautiful
The Karen's gonna
winery.
get the
There's like
employee
no
in
cops.
trouble.
Like what
Yeah.
are, and if they do, you're just make a scene and you're going to go viral and bring business, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
Exactly.
going to be the next Tin Horn Flats.
Yeah.
People like get your phones out, video it. Like you've just got to shed light on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that need to be shunned.
Yeah.
Yeah, the list is ever growing of shunnies that need to
I don't
be,
buy the
you know.
whole they're constrained by their employer thing. I do on some level when they're being, you know, they're being watched that moment. But, yeah.
Don't appease the Karens.
What I don't
know.
think
I don't
makes
know. I
sense.
think-
and
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been addressed a lot. I don't get why we can fly in planes, which I did. I haven't been doing a lot of traveling, but I did. Right, we all met up in Oklahoma, a month and a half ago or so, and yeah, we're right next to people, not even 6 feet away from each other. Pretty much all of them wear a mask. Great, whatever. Maybe no mask when we're eating. Awesome,
Dude, no one was wearing a mask in that comedy club. No one was wearing a mask.
The workers were, but no
Yeah,
one
the
else
workers
was.
were.
That was
The
about
guy,
it.
I walked in, I was like, do you need to have a mask? He's like, in here you
No.
do. And then I was like, okay. So I put it on and then I walk like 10 feet and then I see like no one had a mask on. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I guess that's what he had to say.
Yeah.
And then you walk into the comedy club, no one had a mask on. Like,
No.
I can't say that for sure. Maybe a few people did, but none of us did. We're all sitting close. All the tables were just as close as they normally would be, I think, in a comedy club.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think most everybody made it. I don't know.
Yeah,
But that was a month and a half ago, man.
There
That was-
were
that was a while ago.
little to few deaths after that Oklahoma trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you personally knew? Holy shit, man.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Way
Yeah,
to
big
bury
ups.
the lead.
I think I kind of judge things by the numbers, and it's like, okay, you had 150 people in this room. They're all not idiots, right?
Mhm,
I mean,
yeah.
most of them, they all know how to operate cell phones, computers, motor vehicles, construction, whatever. They all know how to do things, so they're not stupid, and they're all making the decision that I'm going to take my mask off, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of compare this to during the whole pandemic, right? So now they're talking about vaccinating kids, like teenagers, right? During the whole pandemic, the grocery stores never closed. The grocery stores in my area are staffed 90% by teenagers, right? And in my area, I mean, it's a nice area, so I got to think like the parents, they value their kids' lives, and so people vote with, let's say people vote with their actions is what I'm getting at. All these parents, even at the height of it, were still letting their kids drive in their cars to the grocery store and to their places of employment and working,
Mhm.
Doing shopping carts, all that kind of
Bag
stuff.
boys.
And like these parents voting with their decisions, voting with their actions, were not concerned about their kids' lives. They were not concerned that their kids were going to, have a problem with this.
Yeah.
And why was that? Because they know their friends have kids, none of their kids are, there's always freak things that happen. Like we're not being affected by it. We're not coming down sick. So I don't know, kind of look at that. Like you get a bunch of adults that
Yeah.
go to comedy clubs in some places. And again, they value their lives. Like I think that everybody in that comedy club that night really likes their lives and like to be healthy and alive. And they were not concerned. They were voting with their actions and they were not really concerned. Just like Gavin Newsom was voting with his actions. He was not concerned about coming down with the COVID.
Yeah. He was at the laundry service. What is it called?
The people like in LA that voted that they had to be like indoor and outdoor dining had to be shut down. voted on the outdoor dining being shut down in LA County, and then went to Orange County and ate outside like the day after. So voting with their actions, they were not concerned about catching COVID dining outside, where they weren't. So those are the kind of things I pay attention to. Like, ordered a pizza early on in COVID, but 16-year-old kid pulls up, delivers the pizza. Like, that kid's parents were not concerned.
Was he dressed in all black, super, incognito?
He had a yellow hazmat. No,
okay.
Just a dude, just like a dude, in his parents' car or whatever, delivering pizzas. And, like, they're out there. I mean, I know what I would have done when I was that age. I would have been like in between pizzas. I would have been like, stopped by my girlfriend's house or doing whatever, meeting up with friends and
hitting the joints.
Yeah.
Bong loads.
Oh yeah. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
I had a friend that would keep a bong in a car in the center console. We just didn't. Yeah. Like, there was, some definite.
That's something I'm keeping an eye out for the next vehicle purchase. It has to have a legitimately like sturdy center console that has, a storage space for at least a bubbler.
Bong compartment, right?
Yeah.
What I don't get is places like supermarkets stayed open, and which is good. A lot of the small businesses were temporarily closed or closed for a good while. The big stores were open. Like I said, airplanes open. We're like inches away from each other. Churches were closed, even though those are usually communities and usually the same people that congregate within the same community. I really don't get that, to be honest with you. So there were some people that kind of fought back. There was a pastor in Canada a few weeks back that some officials went up to the church on I think a Easter Sunday. He was a Polish guy. So I don't know if he dealt with, the Nazis when he was younger, or maybe his family or whatever.
Yeah,
but
he had strong feelings about freedom.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, why didn't you make your way to America?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. He goes, we don't.
At Canada?
Yeah, he said, no, we don't want Gestapo here.
Yes,
you
I actually
Nazis.
have that on my list of news stories.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Somewhere. Anyway, yeah.
Big up to that guy. Hell yeah. So
yeah,
I admire
he was
those people.
hardcore.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, just fight. Obviously, you don't have to use your fists or violence. Just, let him. And he said, don't come back until you have an order or some sort of official thing. And they left. They left on their own. The official left.
They were so Canadian. The health inspectors, the Canadian officials, they were just like, okay.
Sorry.
No.
Imagine if you're Canadian, being called a Nazi is like devastating.
Oh yeah. They Kazuru the next day. What do you call it when they kill each other? Yeah, they would. Yeah. But I admire that guy.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to. I'll admit what I don't know. I don't know a lot about it. I'm looking forward to, like, in a couple, 2 or 3 years, when everything's less political, we'll find out really. They'll have a lot more information about why did this, 35-year-old, whereas, very few people that are that age got struck down by it. Why did it happen to them and not to the other 35-year-old that, had the same lifestyle?
Yeah.
And it's like,
I got it here.
they're finding out like that, the person had a certain vitamin deficiency or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Immediately out. I don't want to hear anything. Out of this property immediately. I don't want to hear a word. Out of this property.
So they didn't have a real legal reason to be there to try to shut them down?
I guess not. I mean, they use no force. Like, they're just standing there.
Out of this property. Immediately out. Immediately go out.
It's like a troop of 6 Canadian
out of this property. Immediately out. I don't care what you have to say. Out of this property, you Nazis. Out.
They're like devastated. Like, I got to go home and work on my manners.
Yeah, it goes more and more like that. This is Ben Shapiro, so we have to sit through ads. But yeah, that it keeps going like that. And yeah. So
Yeah, I
good
mean,
for
I
him. I'm glad
don't
he fought back. I
know.
was reading a little bit about him, and he's he's a little bit of a radical, and
Yeah.
he thought like there were some floods in Alberta a few years ago that were because of their position on
Because of the gays.
country. Yeah,
Oh, no.
homosexuals.
Because of the gay marriage or
It was a
something.
little, all
We're not
right.
going to have
but-
any other floods.
Like Westboro Baptist, those fuckers. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they protested in my high school.
Oh,
number of
really?
years ago.
Really?
Mhm, because of
Oh.
a bunch of there was a string of
That's
suicides,
crazy.
and they were like, "Oh, this is because of you're too accepting of gays like this in this area." So
Yeah.
I
those
don't know. Like
people-
they went and everyone protested against them. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, but also I can't get my panties in a bunch about this because they're just so crazy.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
so fringe, and I don't know, are they even still out there? I never hear about them, but
They really are fringe, but then we do have a lot of very intellectually dishonest people that, are like the religious atheists who try to take the
Yes.
Westboro Baptist fringe fucking, everybody hates these people, and kind of amplify them. I don't know what it is, or try to make it seem like they're more mainstream,
Yeah.
which they're not.
It's
at
like,
all.
dude, okay. Not every Christian Protestant, it's like that, like the Westboro Baptist Church. Not every Muslim is like Al Qaeda, So all right, yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of the hardcore people out there. Oh, yeah, the Christians, they hate this, they hate that. No, it's not like that.
Yeah,
It's not
those
like
people
that.
are widely. They don't even come up because they're just so widely rejected by
Yeah,
mainstream Christianity, especially in the United
Yeah.
States. So it's like, but
They're
they get
not a
used. Yeah.
significant portion of the
Yeah.
culture in this country. So
Yeah.
they don't scare me. I don't know. Maybe people want to be scared about it, but I just can't get in
Yeah.
on it.
yeah, I agree. It doesn't really. The only thing that scares me is actual violence. I mean, I guess yes. If we want to really get in depth on it, if you want to block my freedom of speech, yeah, that can be scary. You got to fight for that, obviously. But if you're, I was on the train a few days ago, and this big guy was being a little too loud next to this couple, older couple, and the wife was closer to the guy, and this guy looked like kind of looked a little threatening. And then the guy, the husband, gets up, and he looked like an OG, like old cholo, gangster OG. He goes, "Hey, you need to step away from my wife." Blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Oh man!" So I also stood up. I stood up. I was a few feet away. I've got a video. I literally have a video. So if
Broke the
anybody-
window and it's just like at any point I'm ready to just jump out.
I
This
swear to God,
motherfucker.
Rob is that guy, like in, I don't know what movie that was in, but that just when something goes down, he just whips out the cell, like starts
Oh.
video.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's this smartphone.
I started. I've got the video. I got up and I said, I'm not even kidding. I was like, what do I have on? Sometimes I was going camping, soon. So I had a knife on me somewhere, but I was like, I'd probably not be a good idea if I brought out the knife. But I got up. I said, you know what? At least if I get up and the older man gets up, we might kind of maybe intimidate the guy a little bit. Eventually he went a little crazy. He had some sort of thing that looked like a weapon. But yeah, violence can scare me. Violence. But if you call me a this and call me a that, all right, boo-hoo-hoo. I've been called bad names. I've been called a wetback. I've been called a this. Oh, great. Come up with something original. You call me,
Yeah,
fat.
I just want to say I'm sorry about that webpack comment, man. It's like,
yeah, we're
it's
gonna
totally-
have to work on
that
your
was
language, Chris.
totally out of line. I thought it meant something else.
Yeah, stop dropping those W bombs is what I call them. But yeah.
Well, there is internet violence now, Rob.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear about that? Was a thing for like a week. Like
the kids
last month or something.
Yeah.
There was threats of internet violence against journalists.
Oh.
When people get ratioed on Twitter or whatever, it's internet violence.
Oh yeah, internet violence. Oh man.
Yeah, it's insane.
Give me a break.
All right, so we were talking about the Japanese people need to cheer up, and then
That
now-
and then
Holy shit! With that took.
no. You skipped.
No,
We
we-
Oh yeah,
had
no,
the
I stepped
story
up for a
about
moment. You're right.
we had toilet paper, we had the Japanese, and then I did this story about what was my last story?
Toilet paper?
The what? The
Toilet paper?
was this
I
whole
don't know.
conversation really since the
A giant
The
fucking jag that
Japanese?
went off of.
The
All
Japanese
right,
toilet paper.
I've got one more news story, and it's just
All right.
super cute and hilarious, and I don't think it's gonna garner much conversation, but a Polish woman in Krakow called the animal authorities, like the animal control unit, because she saw what looked like a dangerous animal that was stuck in her tree, and she was scared to. It was stuck in a tree like right outside her window, and she was scared to open the window because it might like try to jump inside. So she called the authorities, and when they came and they like got up close to it, it was really just like a croissant that someone threw out their window and got stuck.
Perfectly good croissant.
Yeah, I
What?
was like, oh my gosh,
Someone
this
needs
looks- this thing
glasses.
looks like, I mean, it looks legit croissant too.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw a picture of it earlier.
this
I would eat it
thing.
I would eat it for sure.
Yeah,
out of a tree. A couple days
Yeah,
old. I had no
so-
problem.
I'm gonna share my screen here on this because it is
Okay, croissant. I almost had a
Uh,
croissant this morning.
By the way, I highly recommend everybody watching and listening to watch Law and Order Animal Control Unit. It's a really enjoyable show.
Really?
It's a TV show
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's on,
by
yeah.
Dick Wolf, like on NBC.
Yeah. Dick Wolf
Dun, dun,
himself,
dun,
yeah.
dun,
Are you
dun.
kidding? No, no
Yeah.
way. That can't be real.
At the height of its powers, when Law and Order was getting all the spin-offs, like the one about in the courtroom and all this other shit.
They
that
did
was
an
the
animal control unit. Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. How many animals got raped
I
in
wonder
those
if that's
episodes?
on the Peacock. Yeah.
so this is
SVU animals.
Yes, my owner, put peanut butter on his balls.
so this is the
That's-
croissant.
Yeah, that's not a flattering angle.
No,
It's
but
not.
and I could see it looks like, but it looks like a fluffy cat. It doesn't look like she in the story. It was like, oh, that she was worried it might be an iguana. I was like, that is not an iguana. That is a fluffy cat, maybe.
I might think it's a cocoon, right? It looks like a cocoon or
Right.
something.
Or like a beehive.
giant
Hey, anytime I see a
caterpillar.
cocoon, I'm out of there. It's like never any good news when there's a
Yeah,
cocoon.
maybe there's a translation issue with the iguana thing, but I would eat that croissant.
Was there a
For
better?
sure.
I'm getting hungry.
Was
But
there a what?
There was a different angle where it showed the flaky buttery crust of the croissant.
No.
Oh man,
I don't
I'm
know.
getting
That was
hungry.
I love, especially out in Europe, like they know how to do croissants. Like they are
My
worth the
dad,
carbs. Those are my cheats.
when I was growing up, my dad had a bakery, and I would go to work with him. I worked with him for a year, and we would go in there at
Fuck,
like
get
four in the morning.
Yeah.
and we would do croissants. Like he would make all that stuff, like chocolate croissants, all these.
So good.
And yeah, so like I would go in and we'd put them all in the proofer and all this stuff, and then I would go in the corner and take a nap, like just anywhere, like try to get an hour of sleep. And then the thing would come out of the oven at like 7:30, and it was just like,
Oh yeah.
oh, that was paradise. But
Shoot.
yeah, that's
What's
my
a proofer?
croissant. It's what raises it, or like it's like a steaming. It's like it's like a big
Steam
thing. You
machine.
put all the trays of croissants in there, and they steams them, and they rise something.
Right. Okay.
I think that's what they call it, proofing. I don't know.
Not poofing.
But yeah, like then I would open this oven, there'd be like 4 trays of like just dozens of like fresh baked croissants just right out of there, and just inhale them. Yeah, ate up all the profits.
I'm sure your dad loved that.
Yeah. No, he,
It sounds like a wacky sitcom. It's like, son, I'm trying to get this family business afloat, but you keep eating all our product. This isn't gonna work.
Yeah, I'd make myself breakfast sandwiches every morning on like fresh baked croissants. Oh man.
This whole teaching you about responsibility is
That's good
shooting
stuff.
myself in the foot. Really.
No, I was like, oh, you did this just for me, Dad? So I can have these every morning? Yeah. That's my croissant history.
For sure.
Oh,
Okay. Good. I like croissants.
if you're ever in Paris, you got to eat one every time you can. That is
Ever in
would.
Paris.
my rule.
I
Really?
would.
Yeah,
Okay.
when I went to Paris, I was like, every time I saw a little bodega, I was like, I'm buying a croissant because they're never going to be this good in America.
Yeah, you gotta try a croissant in France, and
Yeah.
you gotta try a pizza in Italy, right?
Do they not? Isn't it something about not pasteurizing the flour? I think there's something about that. Like when you don't pasteurize, you keep a lot of the taste.
Do they pasteurize flour? I have
I
no
did not
idea.
know that.
I think they do.
No idea. Man,
Uh,
we're getting into some
whatever they
pretty heavy topics now.
Are we now pasteurizing flour and croissants?
So if we were to begin to come to a conclusion for this year, I don't know,
Conclusion.
conclusion. Did I say conclose?
Conclusion.
Conclusion.
We're at the conclusion of the show, everybody.
I don't know. I think that works as a word for me.
we'll like hang out and crack wise on YouTube.
Yeah, we're gonna conclose now. So what do we got going on? We got so today's Wednesday. On Friday, we're gonna do another Zoom gathering party. About 8 Central. That would be 9
Figure out
Eastern.
your time. Yeah.
We've already discussed. This is a Central Time podcast, even though all 3 of you are on the West Coast.
Even though you're so outnumbered now. 3
And
to 1.
then
Yeah,
now it's like,
still.
we're crossing
Uh,
all sorts of time zones on
Yeah.
Zoom hangouts. So
It's
it'll be a
6
good time.
p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. Last time we did it a couple weeks ago, and it went pretty late. It went
Yeah,
pretty
we
late,
did.
like 3 o'clock.
Hours.
3
Yeah.
o'clock Central. We were on there till.
Get yourself a coffee ready.
Yeah, we'd love
It'll be
to.
fun.
Anyone that wants to join, go to
Yeah.
Endless Ranters Podcast Facebook group and just become a member there. It's free. It's free, so it's easy. And then we'll share a link for those of you that don't understand what we're talking about. Marilyn Sibbing. We're going to send a link out shortly before we begin, so you just click that link and just keep going, and there you'll be.
Yeah, just click with your mouse, Marilyn. Just go like that with the click.
Yeah.
And there's that like blue letters, and the blue letters are gonna send you to another screen.
I think she
And then
uses,
it's like connect with audio.
I think she uses an iPad. That's the thing.
Oh,
That's
just use
that
your
could be even
fingers.
easier.
Yeah,
That could be
exactly. Just
easier.
tab
Yeah.
if you're using a tablet of any sort.
But we love
Yeah.
for everybody to stop by. Even if you just got 5 minutes, you're driving or whatever, or not.
If you're just taking a shit, that's
Taking a
fine. too.
shower.
Yeah, if you're on the toilet, that's fine. Don't
You can
flush
just
while
mute
you're
it.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mute before you flush.
Yeah, old friends, new friends, current friends, whatever. Just
Yeah,
drop
invite
by,
friends.
say hi, have a drink. Maybe we'll play some music or something. But we had a good time last time. I remember having a good time. I don't remember what we talked about,
So
but
if you think it's been too long, it probably hasn't. So if you're running late, pop in.
oh yeah. Pop in, just say hi. Yeah, it'd be great to see anybody there. So, I don't know. So yeah, we'll hang out here and whatever for a little while, but I guess for the actual show, we'll go ahead and close it up.
Yep.
This
All
is
right.
Chris, and I'm saying get it on.
Get it on.
Get it on.
Get it on, everybody.
Yes, sir. All right, good stuff. So
All right. I stopped recording. Still on YouTube.
okay,
Cool.
so YouTube is recording though.
Yes.
we were
we
streaming
are,
the YouTube.
we're
What
still
up,
streaming YouTube.
Bruin
Hey,
Backhand?
guys.
What
All right,
up,
Frank, tea break for me here.
Melissa,
Okay.
I'll be right
Kat,
back.
B Frank, Guana, Sean, Tackle Box.
Is Kwana there?
She was.
She was,
Tom,
okay.
Tom C. I don't know if I think she might still. I don't know. Tom C. And then we have what is it? Family of 3. Who's Family of 3? B Frank, of course. I might have said B Frank. Yeah.
I'm not on there. Oh man, it's been a long, stressful week, and it's just Wednesday at this point. So I got a hell of a day tomorrow.
Oh,
So
yeah?
I'm glad we kind of wrapped up a little early tonight.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It really couldn't really tie one on tonight either. So I'm gonna get to bed kind of early. But-
Yeah. I went to bed around 1:30 last night and then got up pretty early this morning. So yeah. I don't know. I was feeling a little weird a couple hours ago, but then it went away.
Yeah, and the weather here in Texas is kind of just changing a lot right now. So I think I've got some allergies, just seasonal allergies. And so it's like 60, 65 and sunny during the day. And then it'll get down to like 35 at night. And then the next day it's like beautiful spring weather. And then it's cold as hell. And I think that does something to trigger pollen release, or I don't know. I don't know the science behind it. No one does. But
Yeah.
it seems to be fucking me up these days. So
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Right.
let's see.
Pollen release.
Yeah, it's a good name for a band.
Yeah, man.
Jane used to do that. I want to do a band. Like one of my band would be smiley face emoji. Or yeah, just thumbs up emoji would be a good name for a band, I think.
One of the ones I have is all my friends are siblings.
It's like, oh, that's a good name for it. Oh, it's kind of sad.
It's just a realization I had one day when hanging out with a friend of mine. I was like, fuck, I only have maybe like 2 friends that are only child. As siblings.
Okay.
It'd be fun to do, like, we could do some music Friday night.
Get some Boston
Play some-
going.
Play some
Oh,
music in the
Oh, on Friday
or now.
or now.
So I don't know if I'd like to one of these days hear what who people want, what ace hole people want to see on
Yeah.
the
Okay.
pod.
YouTube watchers, any ace hole requests?
Yeah. Who hasn't been
Who are you
been
curious about that we should
Yeah.
reach out to? And we already have
Yeah,
some in our
no.
pocket. We've got some big ones actually.
Yeah.
That's a good call. Yeah, like we would yeah, tell us who to go after. Tell Robbie who to go after to get on the
Hi,
show.
Jeff.
Croissant. Oh, he wants to correct our pronunciation of
Croissant.
croissant.
Okay, but like we're not
Croissant.
French.
Yeah, you had
I-
to.
I-
Yeah,
I-
that's how white Jane is. She's got.
We could
I
always
acknowledge-
aspire to be French. Damn it.
I acknowledge the OI, but not the RW, like the CR making it a qua.
Is that how they say it in France?
Croissant. Yeah, they don't pronounce their letters. They just have a bunch of random letters that you just ignore.
Yeah.
I thought you meant a bunch of random
annoying, 'cause
sounds they make.
I took French in high school, and then I took Spanish in
Who would've-
college,
who'd
and I
have
was
thunk it?
like, Spanish is so easy because you pronounce everything.
Yeah, I guess.
They have no
yeah.
requests.
I just prefer.
None of-
I just prefer not to say croissant. Like I
Like,
think
fuck it,
sometimes
man.
I go out of my way just not to say it. Like I like croissant sandwich. Like if you go to Burger King, order croissant sandwich. Like
Oh, that is the
there's
best. Like
no. Yeah.
my
Burger King is garbage.
they wait. Do they have croissants at Burger King? Like, do they actually make? Do they really?
Yeah, croissant sandwiches.
They have to be so bad.
They're
Like,
awful.
Oh, yeah.
they have to be such bad. Like you have to make it worth your calorie. Like I avoid carbs when I splurge. I'm like croissant's the way to go.
Yeah, I'd like to get. That'd be fun to see who other folks we had. You know, we had a lot of guests on the first 45 episodes.
You
or
really
so.
did.
But yeah, who else is out there? I'd like to interview that crazy bee that was calling everybody a racist today. Stacy something
Stacey.
or other.
ACM.
Yeah, that has. Yeah, man.
I would like to pick
lighten
the
the fuck
brain.
up.
I
Lighten the
would
fuck up.
really like to pick the brains of some of these people
Yeah.
and just like dig in because I have no.
Today we
Yeah.
find out Jane's a zombie.
She was definitely having an extra critical day.
I told an upcoming guest that you guys know about. I said, yeah, Jane's probably going to get psychological on you. And she said, oh, yeah, that's fine. You can get psychological. So I said, okay, cool. So, yeah.
And who
I'll
is
try not
this
to make it too much of a
upcoming-
downer.
Yeah, we
but-
usually announce if we have someone
Oh.
scheduled for this weekend, right?
Okay.
We're gonna do 2 episodes this week. We've got Mindy.
Mindy
Yep.
She's gonna
Spring.
be our guest. Yeah.
Yeah. We
and
like
we'll
Mindy.
do Coop. It's not scheduled yet, but we'll do Coop and Russ from Two Grumpy Bastards.
Two Grumpy Bastards.
Yeah,
Yep.
we were on
They're
their
coming
pod.
on in a
Hey, am I
couple
sitting
weeks.
in on that weekend record that's coming up?
We
or
haven't
no?
scheduled it, but
Oh, okay.
No,
yeah.
there's one for Saturday. Yeah. You're in the
for Mindy. Yeah.
Oh, is Mindy Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday. She's
Sunday.
Oh,
I thought
is
he
it?
said Sunday.
I can do Saturday. Might be even better, but it's up to
Well,
you
I
guys.
thought you said Saturday because Sunday's not good for you.
Usually Saturday's better for me. Usually, yeah.
Okay.
But we can. But I kind of moved it for you guys and Mindy because I like her. But yeah.
Was everybody what were we blurry tonight? Or because
I
Bonnie
look
said
significantly
everybody looks
better on the
blurry.
Zoom stream than I do on the YouTube. Like I look washed out and weird on YouTube, but then on the Zoom, I feel like I don't know, you guys look less. Also, I'm mirrored for me. My Zoom and my YouTube is mirrored, but all you guys are the same angle. So I think it's that I get reversed. I don't know if do you guys look reversed
I don't
to
know.
yourselves between the Zoom and the YouTube?
No.
I'm not looking at YouTube right now.
I
I
am.
don't have it up.
Oh, reverse. Let me see. No. I don't know. I always look so
No
serious.
idea. Why so serious, Rob?
I need to smile more.
Hey, how much of the beginning of the show did I miss, by the way?
You sound like your mom talking to yourself.
Yeah.
How much did Manny miss? Like 5-10 minutes?
Not even that. Not even 5 minutes.
Oh,
okay.
I
okay.
don't think. Yeah.
Word.
I don't think it was very long at all.
Yep. So we got
Oh.
Mindy.
Coming up Saturday, and then next week we'll be recording on probably Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, I think I'm going out of town. I haven't figured out when I'm leaving, but I think Wednesday is going to be better for me. So hopefully you guys are.
Okay.
I
Where
gotta
you
go see
going?
my fam.
Oh, is that Mother's Day weekend? Guess.
No,
Are you
I
excited?
don't revolve around stupid holidays. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
I didn't know
That's
that your mom
good.
watches. Hey, Jane's mom.
If you want to come on May 1st and watch, I rented out a theater and we're gonna watch Mortal Kombat, the new one. Just let me know, Jane.
You rented out a theater.
Yeah. I rented for May 1st, my birthday. Yeah. I'm just
Oh,
gonna,
damn. That's right.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. You can do some of that during COVID now because not a lot. I
I'm
guess.
going to the movies tomorrow night.
I'll be half
yeah.
vaccinated.
Woo. Me too. I'm getting my second one May 4th.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm getting vaccinated on Friday, so we'll see how that goes.
I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna bring my son to see Top Gun.
Oh,
Is
the
that
new one?
gonna be like? It's probably gonna be like weekend of July 4th or something.
Yeah.
That'll probably be
Manny,
the
where are
next
you
time.
getting vaccinated?
Somewhere in downtown LA.
That's where I'm going. Is it like Adventist?
Somewhere in down.
Hold on, I don't know.
It was the
Hold
only
on.
one that I could find relatively soon. It was kind of annoying. Like,
Huntington
Hospital has a bunch of spots open from what I was told.
I wonder if there's a wait here if I wanted to do that.
I would rather go to a drugstore. I'd rather be at a CVS or a Walgreens.
Oh yeah, if there's a CVS on every corner around here, can I go there?
Maybe.
Some places,
Here's an
I don't know.
article.
I didn't see. Also, I wanted to do Kaiser. I was like trying to sign up with Kaiser. Like, oh, you have to have an account. It's okay if you're not a Kaiser member. But you need to fill out your address and stuff. So I tried to do that, and it completely could not read my zip code. They're like, put in a valid California zip code. Like, fuck you, this is valid. And I tried
There's so
a
many
different
websites where that's
browser. I
happening.
tried my mom's zip code and address. Nope, they just like have a bug, and like Kaiser was like half the options. So I was pissed. So then I had to pick down. I haven't been downtown since I moved here. So
I think it's very strange that
I've been a few times.
we're like talking about brands of the vaccine too. Is that
They won't tell me which one I'm getting.
Very
I was like, I
weird.
want Pfizer, but I couldn't. There was no way to choose. They're like, well, you
getting a
don't know till
Pfizer.
you get there. It's like, all right. But at this point, I'm like, I can get through whatever side effects. Although I do not want herpes.
Yeah.
okay? Denton County. All right, let's see what's up here.
I did it through my Kaiser app, but there's
Yeah, but
all the
you already signed up.
Yeah. A lot of the San Francisco dates were filled up, so I went to Oakland was more available. So I said, okay, let's do Oakland. So yeah.
All right, this looks like a lot of fucking trouble here. To add,
It's
to go
kind
to
of annoying.
Go to a wait list.
I'm excited for Mindy. I think she's on because she sent me a message. She goes, I can do Saturday if it's easier for you guys. She's watching, but she's not signed in. See, that's why I can't see her.
She what?
She's watching, but she's not signed in.
Oh, I think
so
you can
can't see.
do. Yeah, you can do incognito mode on YouTube.
Yeah, or there might be people that don't comment. So
She commented earlier.
she did.
She did say something.
Yeah, cool. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah,
I just want to apologize to everyone at home watching, listening, that I was coming in too hot on the microphone.
yeah,
No, that's
Start
okay.
didn't do a
You were
proper
pissed. You were
sound.
upset about the Walker guy.
yeah.
It's understandable, man.
Dude, I just don't understand why he had to be such a dick about it. It's like, why? Fuck that.
I agree. Did he give you the old? Oh, you got some in the back. Can you check the back?
No, he didn't hit me with that.
Yeah. Okay.
How old was he? Estimate?
60s, maybe 70.
Okay.
I can't wait till I'm that old. I'm going to be a fucking terror.
You are not.
Oh, I am.
You could never be a terror.
I don't know. Because what are you going to do? You just tell everybody to go to hell.
Yeah. They're like, my time is limited.
They want my mom's first name. What's going on with this?
Ugh. God, my.
It's asking me if I'm homebound. I should say yes. Maybe they'll come to me.
I feel bad for like old people. I don't know. Like it's hard to navigate the internet. And like some of these sites, like I feel bad if they're old people that don't have anyone to help them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh, if Helmet, what's Juicy? If he's on, he's looks like I'm looking at his Instagram. He's got a picture with Mark Normand. Hell yeah. He's one of Mindy's favorites, Mark Normand.
Oh, the comedian.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
he's a funny dude. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, that's right. You met him too, right? That was an Ace Hole meetup where he went to one of the shows in San Francisco, or
I met him. Andrew, yeah. Well, it was Adam was here, me and Addie and Andrew. And Phil Gonzalez was, I met him after the show.
oh, really? I'd like to meet him.
Yeah, I've got a picture somewhere. He's a fun dude. I like him. When I gotta hang out with him one of these days. We every now and then we'll kind of chat back and forth.
I don't know when Chris just responded with, "Oh yeah, I'd like to meet him one day." To me, it sounded mildly threatening, like he wants to settle his hash.
Yeah,
I
like no, in a good way.
so wait, Rob, did you hear back from Tyler at all?
No, let me check. No, not yet. But
Okay.
but he's a goal of mine. Yeah. In fact, I joined his Patreon, and I'm gonna see what. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I'm officially on the waiting list.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm going to post something. I'm going to make a post about how I'm tearing up.
Oh yeah.
Tearing up about it. Isn't that a thing now?
Yeah. Post a picture with your card right here, and
Yeah. No, I mean just how emotional I am and the relief.
yeah.
Like
You can now take
I've never felt freedom in my life before, but
take a breath of relief.
it was the greatest day of my life, including the day my children were born.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess something's gonna happen now.
Something. Just don't give me the
Oh, okay.
herp.
I finally got my temporary driver's license. Because in Texas, they gave you
Wait.
like my driver's license expired to the point where I had to go, or one of these where every 10 years you have to actually go and get it renewed.
Oh, one of those appointments.
Yeah. So then, but they extended it from February for 3 months or something. But then that whole thing ended. And then when I went to make an appointment to get it renewed, then I couldn't get an appointment till next month. So then I had to apply to get a temporary driver's license, and it took like a week to come back. Yeah. Anyway, I got it. So I'm legal now. I've been driving without a license for the last week.
Hey, I got a question for you. Now that you've mentioned this whole license shenanigan,
Mm-hmm.
if you were to get into a random street fight or bar brawl, whatever, if someone, I mean, how much more would it suck aside from getting the ass whooping if someone took your wallet and just chucked it into the roof of some place and threw it in the gutter?
That'd be pretty shitty. Why?
It's just
Is that a move you're thinking about making the next time?
Yeah, that is something that
I
I consider sometimes. Like if it
Like-
ever were to come down to someone fucking with me in the streets and I had to like defend myself physically, I'd be like, you know what? Just for putting me into this position, I'm taking your wallet and I'm throwing the fucking gutter. Fuck you.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be good.
I was working
I
up
like that. I like that because it's just like the gift that keeps on giving for a while. They have to replace all their cards, and every time they call the MasterCard to replace their card, they think about the ass whooping they got.
What if they had really irreplaceable and sentimental photos in there that are forever gone too?
Yeah. Don't start
s-
nothing, won't be nothing.
I used to work the front desk at my building, and I used to deal with people coming in and out, whatever, and process servers. So this guy came one time, and he was going to serve a subpoena. I said, "All right, let me check with the office."
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So so then he goes, he's like, you know what? Sometimes they'll try and kind of scare you or threaten you or whatever. You know what? I'm just going to leave it here with you. Here you go. You can give it to him. I was like, no. You
It's
can,
not my job, man. It's not my
I
description.
can't. And then it's happened before. I'm like, look, if you leave it here, look, here's a garbage can. I'm going to throw it in the garbage can. He's like, oh, yeah, go ahead, whatever. And then he called my bluff, and I was like, oh, crap. So he walked out. So there's a fountain. A couple of you guys might know what my building looks like. There's a fountain right outside. So as he walked outside of the building, I was like, hey, and I grabbed it. I was like, hey, look. And then I threw it into the fountain. This is a subpoena, the paper. He's like, I'm gonna take a picture. I was like, okay, well, you can take a picture of me now. You didn't catch me in the act. I had called the tenant. I said, hey, there's a guy here that he wants to serve a subpoena, whatever. This was right when he got there. They took too long.
Send them up. I don't care.
I know they took too long, and then literally a minute later they come down. One of them comes down. He's like, "Oh yeah, did you have this subpoena?" I said, "Yeah, I threw it in the fountain." He's like, "Oh, what?" I said, "Look, it's not my responsibility." And he just wanted to see if his name was on it, because I think they might have been serving the company as a whole, maybe. He goes, "I just want to know whether my name's on it." So I already had one of the janitors try and kind of scoop it up.
Okay,
Rob's
Rob.
tail.
Okay,
Rob's
Rob,
work
I gotta give
tails.
you shit. I gotta give you shit about this screenshot with me. Did you see the screenshot that it's like?
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome with her. Yeah, extending the wine glass. I think that's cool, man. That should be
Yeah.
that should be one of her profile shots. Like and Jane.
Oh, is that
my
the one
God.
Hi Hat was making funny about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's- oh,
Yeah.
everyone looks blurry. Where's Bonnie? That's who I want to get on here.
Bonnie.
She's been MIA for a hot minute.
She started
like-
commenting though.
Yeah, that's true.
She's in and out.
Bonnie Reyes.
My God.
Oh, she's
I
been
feel like
around.
she would be a hoot to talk to.
Oh,
She's got
for
a
sure.
dude. She's got a
Yeah.
dude.
So what? It's not
No, I
cheap
meant she's
talking to
kept
me.
her busy.
He's kept her busy. Yeah, doing
Oh.
some of that Kama Sutra.
Probably.
Yeah.
You're probably right. Yeah.
Hey, I would. Yeah.
Or maybe
anyway.
she's brewing backhand.
Oh yeah.
You just laughed. But yeah, Bonnie she was kind of icy on her guest episode. I enjoyed it, but it was I was like, ooh, she seems like a challenge.
She's got an attitude.
Yeah.
We chat sometimes in Messenger or whatever. She's nice. Yeah, she forgave
Oh
me
yeah.
for
Are you hitting
falling
on her?
asleep.
Is this
No,
you like going, hey, how you doing?
I mean that's my go-to. Like everybody, like, how you doing? No, she forgave me for falling asleep during her episode.
Oh, that was the one you fell asleep on?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
It was I was acting. Acting.
Shh.
I'm a thespian
acting.
and tired.
Yeah.
That was the week after my daughter was in the hospital. I was
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
I remember
And I drank too much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no, I got that one. I think I was like, all right, I'm gonna get more comfortable this episode. So I did, and it was lights out. No, I think I fell asleep before some other time too. But
Well, speaking of getting too comfortable, that one time that I couldn't rap, literally, I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get comfortable," and then I drank too much.
Rob,
don't
I
know.
remember that. When I was listening to it, I was literally coming in for landing
Oh.
in New York. Like I was literally like in the descent, like making touch ground. I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. This whole thing is just don't let the landing be a disaster. Like
I was like, yeah, 2 years. Yeah, I don't know. My name is Rob, in the place to be.
yeah, you're right. It was 2 years ago, May. I went
Yeah,
in,
right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Anywho, guys,
no one approved my post today, Robbie.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I saw that you
shit.
mentioned it.
I hope I posted it in the Adam Carolla group, not in
I
some,
know, right?
like, not in some neighborhood
Soccer group.
not neighborhood parent group or something.
Yeah.
I just made a comment because Drew was saying that 4 homeless people died every day or something like that in LA, and I posted only 4, and that Matthew McConaughey gif, like about those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up. I was basically saying, yeah, that'd be one way to get rid of your homeless problem. At some point, you Californians need to take a good look at yourselves, right?
Yeah.
You're telling
know,
me
Every day when I wake up. What are you talking about?
About like the homeless problem. It's like y'all kind of accept it. You know what I
I
mean?
don't accept it.
Do you?
Okay,
Well, what do you guys do about it? You know, what do you guys do? Because you're just like Adam was saying today, like, you know, you saw the first tent, everybody just walk right by it. And then there's 2 tents, everybody just walk right by it. And now there's 100 tents, and most people are pretty much just still walking right by it. You know?
It's true. You just kind of accept it. There is a weird attitude about it.
It ties into my whole thing about, like, I hate the government, but really, I really just hate myself in some ways, because I don't hate myself. That couldn't be further from the truth. But like that, you're just hating on yourself, because we make it, and we just kind of accept, like, all of it. Like, again, voting with your actions, like, we all just kind of accept the way the government is. So, I mean, you know, I'd reckon that 99% of Californians don't do shit about the homeless problem every day. We just we pay our taxes and then expect someone else to do something about it, and they never do, and then we just never really do anything. And you never really
People
do.
are getting frustrated.
Like, our government's terrible. Like, our government's terrible, and the U.S. government's terrible, and you know.
I mean, it got the people moving to get Newsom out of office.
Is he going to lose though? You think he'll get kicked out?
Not sure.
I don't know. I don't see any movement.
I think they're going to time up. Like, you guys are going to be wide open right before the recall election.
Yeah.
They're going to open up. I don't know if everything's already open, but they'll open up everything right before the recall, and people will be like, I'm going to the park.
Yeah.
I don't have time to go vote for a recall. I'm going to go to the park.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
I'm going to go to. They're going to open Disney like the day.
people are like, oh, our lives aren't. It's not bad enough. We can avoid. We figured out how to avoid walking by them. And
Unless
we
you're
just have
down
to
in
drive
Venice.
by them on the freeway, but we don't have to walk by. If it were a walking city, it would be a way bigger issue. But
Oh
it's
yeah,
not.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
And that's a big factor. But I mean, the same.
Oh
I mean,
no, actually, to point to something to touch on something you just said. On my way back from somewhere in LA a few weeks back, I saw an encampment on the side. It was on a angled slope. I was like, dude, if this thing just slipped one day, it'd fall. It'd literally slide into one of the fucking freeway lanes.
mudslide. A
Yeah,
very mini mudslide.
yeah,
But
mini
yeah,
mudslide, and the
Yeah.
dude would just get hit by a car as he slid into one of the fucking freeway lanes. I was like,
I mentioned this on a previous episode, but they are in a better place when it comes to an earthquake
Mm.
than us living in structural.
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
living in squalor outdoors, perfect place to be when an
Water falling
earthquake
in on
hit.
you isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, they're not going to
Did
have
they
a
live-
roof fall on them.
They really live down in the river, that cement river you guys got.
They
Like,
do,
oh my
man.
God,
I see it. I
live-
see it every time I go up and down the 110. It's like, bro, what the fuck?
They live under the freeway. So like there's the freeway makes an overpass over, the cross streets. And they just like camp out along either side. They have porta potties. They've gotten the little the porta sinks.
Some of those structures impress me. I'll be honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
there's some of them where I'd be, if I was going in there when my job was to like tear them down, and I saw one that maybe had 2 stories or like kind of looked, maybe they had a potted plant outside. I'd probably,
It's like, let me
I'd
get this
probably
guy a
leave that
job.
one. I'd probably leave that one alone. Like I'll come back to you later. I'm going to go tear down the ones that look shitty, like that are half-assed, But if I see a little ingenuity, a little ingenuity in the design, I mean, I'm letting that one go.
I want to know about any social hierarchies.
Yeah, me
in the
too.
homeless encampments. I
Who
want
gets the
somebody to get
best
in there. I'm
spot?
too scared. Like I can't handle the stench. Scares me more than
Yeah.
the people. But I want
Like who
someone to
gets
go
the
in there.
best
and
Really?
spot?
interview
Wow.
Like, who gets
them.
the best spot under the bridge and like in the quietest?
Yeah,
there's probably
like,
like a hey, in this corner is quieter than the other.
And I bet they've kind of just kind of like settled into some sort of capitalist society in a weird way that
Oh, that'd be really interesting.
This
They're
is
big
rat
enough
country.
now. And the other thing is like, what about the people that get in the massive camp? Like, who are the people that congregate with like the masses? Like, there's
Yeah.
big encampments, and then there's like the single tents on like a smaller street. And like, who goes to what? Like, what determines whether you're in a big encampment or a little
Man.
110 encampment? Like, I'm really fascinated by this.
I wish
Yeah,
you could have
I'd
brought
like-
up Jane's hobo fan fiction sooner when we were
I
actually recording
have the same
audio.
thoughts
But
about like,
this
is
is
there
a
like
human,
a police
this is
force?
human
Do they have?
understanding.
Yeah,
This is like fundamental Lord of the Flies. Like this
yeah.
kind of is a big thing. I believe in my curiosity here. Everyone should
Yeah,
be curious
yeah,
like
yeah,
me
yeah.
about this.
No, I think it is like Lord of the Flies and like how people organize themselves when they're left alone. Right.
Yes.
Robbie's computer died. But yeah, like if
Doesn't
people
he have a charger? He doesn't like get set up near a charger.
Robbie,
That's weird, right?
Robbie's not our IT guy. Let's just say that.
I will admit I forgot to put my Ethernet in, but I guess I held up. So
I just do Wi-Fi. It's fine. But yeah, like because there'd be just like like a farming community, like they recognize that like this guy knows his stuff when it comes to building, barns, or this guy knows where to get the good plywood or, the good trash, and like people like organize themselves into skilled labor. I don't know what I'm talking. I don't know. what
oh
I'm
yeah.
trying to
Like,
say,
do they
but,
get
like,
to apply whatever skills they have to their
Yeah.
homeless encampments? This would be fascinating.
Yeah.
Like who got the porta potty? Who went out and got the porta potty?
Mhm.
Like that took some negotiating, or it took like sheer, like lift this and bring it. Like who paid whom? Did they you
The
just
city
like
just
pay
came
off
and
some
brought
guy?
it, dropped it down, left
Or,
it there.
or whoever got it, it's got to get some kind of clout, right? It's got to get some kind of
Yeah.
clout in the camp. Yeah. Or like if there's a dispute about,
Hey,
hey,
kids,
this is my
do you want to go to a
cardboard
camp for
box.
summer? Tell your parents to send you a camp clout.
You're like, who yeah, like who, like if there's disputes about, well, hey, I found this trash bag first, it's mine. Like, no, that's my trash bag.
Yeah.
Like who was it? Was it King Solomon or whatever, the wise king that was like in the Bible story about,
Cut them in half.
yeah, I was like, you're gonna get half the trash bag, I'm gonna cut the trash bag, and then the person that cares the most about the
Rendering
trash bag's like,
completely
no,
fucking useless.
you take it, yeah, that'd be really
Yeah, I want
interesting.
someone to Vice needs to do like a series on the homeless. They went to North Korea. Like they can do the fucking homeless camps.
I'm sure they have by now.
But to the extent that I'm curious, do I have to like go do this myself?
You
Or
might,
maybe there already is like some sort of
I'll do
footage
it.
out there documenting, the hierarchy, the
Before
structure of
before it
hobo
gets
life.
cracked down on. Because I'm
Oh, okay.
now I'm like paranoid that we're gonna get the recall going. We'll get a new guy in there that's gonna crack down on this shit, and we're never gonna have an opportunity to understand this.
Mhm.
We have to go in now. I'm kind of like, let's go. Should we make this like an endless ranters? Who want Manny? You with me?
Yeah, how do homeless people, how do they sell, yeah, like what's the social hierarchy?
What
Do they
would
have
be
some
their
kind of
motivation to
system?
talk?
I mean, maybe if I do some sleuthing, I could find out. I'm not sure. Maybe give
What's
me
their
a
system
few
of
days.
governance?
I
Yeah,
want to understand. Yeah, I want to understand their communities.
yeah. Do they have votes? Do they vote on things?
Yeah.
Do some homeless people, their vote counts for more? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would be an interesting experiment.
Anyone watching curious about this too, or am I the only crazy person?
I think you might be the only mildly crazy one.
How can I be the
About
only
it.
crazy person? There has to be academics out there that would.
If there would, we probably wouldn't be in this situation, man.
But like, it's interesting journalism. I really sometimes I fantasize about being a journalist.
Okay, here's a question. It's on
Would you have a nom de
Quora.com.
plume or go by your actual name?
No, I go by my name. I don't want to have anything to hide.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna be
I
like that
don't-
chick that called out Drew, but yet wouldn't take the phone call.
Oh God, no. No. You got to believe in your shit.
For sure.
So stupid.
Sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
No, I'm just looking at what are the social hierarchies like in homeless populations on Quora.com. That's pretty whack. Some lady says it's usually pretty loose. Okay. Thanks a lot.
You have to factor in the drug thing. You have to factor in.
She
the
says she's in a very large shelter in NYC, but I've also, what the fuck are you doing on the internet?
Do they have phones? Like, do they generally have iPhones? Or
Oh,
something?
the thing about homelessness is that I think a lot of people don't understand is that there's a large amount of freedom to be had when you have little to no responsibility. Some shelters force people to search for jobs, but more often than not, it does not occupy 100% of their time. Shocking. They're not looking for a job 100% of the time. This couple with Gary, this is more like life in the shelter. In a certain way, I could just live in a shelter indefinitely if I wanted to, and some people do. Without the will to leave, most shelters won't kick you out. Some will, but the people will just go to a shelter that doesn't kick them out if that happens. All this matters because you. However, there are some distinct hierarchical constructs in the homeless world. Gangs obviously play a big role. Okay. Who outranks who? That sort of thing. There's also some following that goes on with older residents. Okay, so they may respect their elders. Some younger residents latch on to the elders. People who work are generally considered better from what I've seen. Okay. And they have a bit more leverage and pull in conversations, etc. So they must have a little money, I guess. I don't know. They got cigarettes, maybe. The good way to think about it is the closer you are to not being homeless, the more influence you can have among homeless people. Wow, this person put some thought into this. Oh, if you ever find yourself homeless and in a shelter, socialize as little as possible. Occupy the shelter as little as possible. Find
Well,
okay, I guess that's good advice. She said to try to get a job and get out of the shelter as soon as possible. That's helpless. Or helpful. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think that it's like people that actually have the time and access to the internet to write these things on this website and answer the question.
they're selective.
Yeah, it's a self-selecting sample. Mhm.
Yeah.
So they probably, their opinions are thrown out. Okay.
Interesting.
I wonder if, like, at some point, will there be like gladiator fights within the homeless shelters, Manny? You think?
That'd be wild.
Down
It's
by
like
the river?
fight to the death for the fucking cot to sleep on for that night.
Or I've always thought about, like, if you're good at building structures out of cardboard, if you're good at building forts, that's a skill. That's a skill that'll be very valuable, right? So if you can build
It's like, hey, nobody fuck with Lucas. Lucas built shit.
yeah, or like make friends with him because he knows he's got duct tape.
And you see Merle over there, he's good at hunting. So if you fuck with him, he'll stab you. So just don't mess with Merle.
Oh, we still got Bruin Backhand. I think it's us and Bruin Backhand.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. Bruin Backhand, are you going to reveal yourself? Are you going to give us your identity?
Did they tell us they were from California? Because I remember I theorized that it might be a hockey fan, Boston Bruins.
I thought we confirmed this was UCLA.
That's what I thought too, but I don't know. Sometimes people say things that are not true.
More hints. Just give us little hints.
Fuck a hint. I think he's from California.
Yeah, I think so too.
I thought we had that confirmed.
Oh, I hate this website wants you to register. I don't think so. Okay, a few people
Everyone
appreciated my.
Make sure we all give this a thumbs up.
Okay.
Give what a thumbs up?
The YouTube.
Oh, okay.
If you're on. Sean's there. Sean Zimmerman. Oh, you were like
he's Tacklebox, dude.
What up, Sean Z?
Officially OG on the Zoom party.
That's true. Yeah.
Because he was there and he was there.
That was fun talking to him.
And he was fun and
yeah.
Yeah.
We need to test him because my first interaction with him was he told me that he would beat anybody in Adam Carolla trivia.
Oh.
That's what he told me way back, a couple years back.
Who is Tacklebox?
That's Sean.
Yeah, that's Sean.
Oh.
Well, we better save it. We're gonna have some socializing to do Friday evening.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know how I feel after getting that vaccination early in the day.
Oh yeah, we'll get a report on Manny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm getting number 1 tomorrow.
I think I've just been put on a waiting list because the email I got back just says
it's like get back in line, Korean boy.
Just says this is not. Yeah.
He's North Korean. He knows lines in his blood.
Wow,
right.
This is dark.
I think you're right. I mean, I definitely have like tyrannical tendencies.
I have thoughts about you and your North Korean heritage.
Hey, yeah, that's your band name right there, Tyrannical Tendencies.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, I'll be. I mean, I really, I mean, it's easy to judge when you're not an authoritarian dictator, but if I had a chance to be one, I'd jump at that shit.
I have a question. Are my eyes set super far apart, or are your eyes really close together? I mean, you guys take your glasses off.
I can't see
I
them.
feel like
No,
my
Chris.
eyes are on the side of my
Now you-
head
now
in
you have no
comparison to
eyes.
you guys. Am I crazy? Like I just feel like
I can't see shit. Everything's blurry.
I think they're a little bit further. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I can't really, like, my eyes are getting worse.
My eyes, they don't exist. I don't open my lids.
Manny, are you eligible for LASIK?
That's a good question. I want to say that I am. I'm not sure.
You don't
but
want to ask, you don't want to like go in for that?
I'm not about to just have, lasers zapped into my fucking eyes and have shit singed off. No.
Oh, Bruin Backhand said not from California. So
Oh, so
he
it must be the Boston one. Yeah.
is that Mindy? No, because Mindy was on under her name. That I
Yeah.
feel like
She was watching, just not logged down.
yeah.
No, she's not from Yeah, I don't think she's
She's in
I
Boston.
wouldn't peg her for a big hockey fan.
Well, you never
But
know.
I forget
You
where she
honestly
said
never
that
know.
she grew up. That's true. I shouldn't.
Did you guys know I used to be a basketball fan up until about 98, 99?
So like 23 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you like
Is this
what was your
significant to
team?
be a
Were you like
basketball fan than not be a basketball fan? This sounds
what
very
happened?
oddly significant in your life.
Oh no, it just reminded me of something. Kind of like the whole bullying thing from a few episodes ago. I just kind of gave up playing basketball just because people were being fucking dicks around me. They're just like,
Manny,
Oh, you like to
okay.
play
Manny,
basketball.
I need
Yeah,
to
yeah,
therapize.
Okay.
I need to do my
you need to
amateur therapy.
therapize what?
My amateur therapy on you. You can't let this shit get to you. It can be a good story. You can tell it as a good story, which is like I did. But you gotta just like take it for what it is. Just whatever, weirdos, manage your whatever expectations.
Oh yeah, I learned a long time ago to manage my expectations. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If it wasn't for that, who knows? I'd probably be like one of these fucking weirdos out here losing their shit, shooting shit up.
Yeah.
That's what they should teach people more, honestly, growing up as they're developing, is how to manage their expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not joking around. I think about this a lot. That we're just in this country. We're really like a factory of crazy people. Because technology and there's so much out there, but people are so lost.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like religion. Any kind of religion is kind of frowned upon these days. And
Dude, I'm getting more
I don't
pro
know.
religion after listening to Jordan Peterson.
I'm taking my break from it, but I can see how people benefit from it. I just didn't like how fucking
Wait, were you raised with it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't, but
Okay.
yeah.
I felt that it hindered my development in certain aspects of my life.
Okay.
And then
Getting
also
laid.
Well, no, that was just me. That was a whole different like area of my life that needed addressing. Like I hate the fact that I was such a late bloomer. Fuck, man.
I get
feel like
you.
I have a pretty
get it,
healthy
Manny.
relationship with religion. Yeah.
Well, yeah, back to that. I just felt it was so stifling, and there were so many just bizarre questions that I would have that are just out there, and then it's just like everything's just like take a leap of faith. It's like I need something more concrete than that. Or it's just, again, I couldn't discern from, people are human, people are flawed, they're gonna be assholes to you, don't take it personal. It's just like, no. Because again, when you see certain classmates at church, doing the whole, oh, I'm sorry, blah blah, all that bullshit, and then just seeing them being
I would
total,
encourage you to listen to some of these Jordan Peterson conversations he's having about religion. It's kind of just there to like give you another perspective or just let you hear people that are also grappling
right.
with those issues. Cause I think Chris, tell me if you, cause you listened to that same recent conversation with
Jordan
that
Peterson was talking
bishop.
to a Catholic bishop. Yep.
I think it's
It's good.
LA based too. His name's Bishop Barron.
Yeah. Although he sounded Canadian.
Well, Jordan sounds Canadian even more.
Yeah,
but
that's off-putting.
anyway. But no, he was they had a back and forth about whether, evil people, like for instance, the Columbine shooters is sort of Jordan Peterson's go-to example of malevolence. And the bishop was sort of
How about the Night Stalker, fucking Richard Ramirez? That's another example. There's like some fucking evil.
oh, is that the one with that they solved recently?
No,
Or the one that was featured recently,
yeah,
like
featured.
Southern, yeah. So I was too far north to like be a part of that, but
be affected. No,
But-
but I do agree that I do think that there is just like some evil motherfuckers out there. It's just like, man,
right. But so in this conversation, the bishop was like, these seemingly evil people think they're doing good. They think they're good. Jordan was like, no, I'm not that optimistic. I think they actually are malevolence. I think they are.
and they revel in it.
They don't care. Yes, they're shaking their fist at God and they don't care. They're not trying to be good. And I appreciate the Jordan Peterson cynical perspective on that. But it's like also it's very pessimistic. But he also puts like a spin on it that's sort of hopeful. And I feel like the bishop was like kind of head in the cloud. Did you agree with this?
I felt like the bishop was a little bit, at times, a little bit too optimistic about things. But
yes,
more importantly, I think like people, and this is organized religion. These are bad pastors that taught more about rules than they taught about explaining, I don't know, explaining the meaning, right? The meaning that the Bible, Christianity, and other, maybe other religions try to get across. And we get hung up on, is there God? Is there not a God? Is it this guy with a beard in the sky that
like we
speaks every
think of
language or
everything as like so
something?
concrete and literal.
We personify these things, and
but that's not the.
If you can get to the point where you're thinking of God as more of a I don't know what you got, like transcendent ideal of good.
Yeah, sort of
Um,
like it's like traveling.
by
The
by just-
truth has like a physical feeling when you're being truthful with yourself and you're like, this is okay, the path or what I feel, or okay, there versus like being when you're defensive and you're like, no, I wanted to do it. There's like a physical feeling associated with that.
Are you gonna give us the name of that associated feeling?
I don't know about the physical feeling. It's more, to me, it's more of a, like as our society. This kind of ties to what I was saying earlier, that we're creating crazy people left and right because they have no meaning, they have no hope. Like when we, as a society or whatever, we reject God, like we're not just rejecting this white dude with a beard in the sky. We're rejecting this transcendent idea of good. And like humans need that. I don't know. And then just imagine like you've got 100 human beings in one area, and they believe their consequences after you die, to how you act. And then you've got another 100 humans and they're convinced there are no consequences. Shit's going to be a lot different in those two groups of people, and I'd argue that it's better for us, even if you don't believe it, even if it's not, it's better for us to pretend that there is some consequences, some good, some idea of transcendent good that kind of keeps people in line. So, but it's very commonplace now. It's like, well, fuck that, because all the wars we fought were for Christians, and like it was the Christians going, it was like religion, and those guys caused all the wars. It's like, well, I mean, we're kind of past that nowadays, and people are definitely not as religious, but we still have lots of wars. Like, I don't think it was the religion that caused the wars. I think we're finding out that it was greed, and real estate, property, things, greed that causes wars. And I don't know. but I think people are still maybe hung up on that
Hey,
the Crusades and Christians and like crooked popes and whatever.
There's another good band named Crooked Popes.
Crooked popes, yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I think it was just a lot of I like that podcast because there's a lot of like mainstream Christianity has already accepted that the book of Genesis, the creation story, is not accurate. It's not literal. It's not something to be taken literal. I don't know that most folks know that. There's a lot of mocking about that and the God created the world in 7 days. Oh, that's ridiculous. It's like, no, mainstream Christians have kind of have accepted that. No, the earth is really, 60, 70, or like what our humans are really like 60, 70 million years old, been around a long time. So, and the authors of the Bible knew that too. They knew that shit didn't start.
Yeah, like
they knew that
and
things didn't start 4,000 to 5,000 years before Christ. They knew that.
it's like a
yeah.
very transient, like everyone wants to be so concrete in our culture, and that's just not what was going on in the minds of the authors of the Bible. So
the ancients, like
you just have to like open your kind of like wrap your head around that kind of broader perspective. So
I think
and
part
I
of
try
it's
to do that. I try to tap into my spiritual side, which is, as a kind of robot, as someone who gets being accused of being a robot, it's like kind of hard, but
not for me to believe in it. I need it to be that. I mean, I kind of need it to be that logical, and I think you can get to a point where it's not really leap of faith. It's just a decision, because leap of faith again, we get hung up on that shit. We get hung up on these flowery words about it. It's like, leap of faith. Oh, I'm not leap of faith. No, you get to a point where it's just a decision. That's all. People, and I'm fine. People get to that point and they decide I don't believe it, and some people get to the point where they decide I do want to believe it. That's fine. That's fine. But you think about what we do to our grandparents. We treat our grandparents like literally like 2 generations behind us that like they didn't know what's going. They didn't know what was going on, right? Because our grandparents can't use computers. So then you kind of keep going on that, and we think that the founding fathers of the United States were rubes or something. And then go further back, and we think that the ancients, like whatever, people in the Bible, Peter, Paul, those guys, early authors of the Bible, were even bigger rubes than our grandparents. Like they knew nothing. It's actually they had a way better understanding of human nature.
They were wise. That was why I was like, Japan is wiser than us because they're an older culture than we are. Like that's why they're wise. When you think about how America formed, and like, don't get me wrong, like I love America, and I do think the founding fathers were incredibly thoughtful with the form of government, but the citizens that came here and made shit happen, they were like, we don't have time to be thoughtful. We need to just like get shit done, build things, and get moving. So there ended up with this like weird, like Puritan mentality. And I don't know if that's like really in line with the founding father like thoughtfulness of the Constitution and all that, but it got kind of tangled up in that a little. I don't know, because they were very, it was the Western. I do believe that the Western thought the Western way of like law is very, individual rights, and like we all have some sort of like individual sovereignty. Like no matter how horrible a crime is, you have to have due process. You can't just like shun someone away and like not give them the due process, because you have to maintain and like preserve the integrity of that system. So
people would probably argue that it depends on how many people there are, and sometimes you don't like. I think the common characteristic was pragmatism,
right,
wanting to form
get shit done, and you like lose some wisdom,
wanting to form systems of governance that worked, that were effective, were efficient. Because if we don't, we're going to starve this winter. Right. We can't have shit. we can't have like everybody banging each other's wives. Everybody's fighting
Exactly.
because we need to
And
fucking farm and
if
eat
you
this.
read about the people on the Mayflower, there was a mix of like Puritan, super religious, and then like total atheists. Like there was a mix of people on there.
Yeah.
And
the
they had to
atheists
like
are probably
learn how to
like,
get
I'm just going to
along.
go along with this because, again, I really don't want to starve. I really don't want to
Yeah.
starve this winter.
And I wish
Yeah.
I knew what my relatives were because I have relatives that came on Mayflower. I don't know which side they were on.
Oh, yeah.
Were they like crazy religious or were they just like,
We're just here to survive, man.
yeah?
I
Yeah,
think it's the
study
latter.
Bible, the Old
I know.
Testament. The Old Testament, a lot of the rules that we scoff at today were like there for health, and they were pragmatic. They were health, and they were like a lot of the rules about what to eat, what you could eat. Well, that was part of it, was because like they couldn't explain to people like, hey, if you eat this shit out of season, you're gonna die. You're gonna get like the rot gut, and you're gonna die. So it's like we're gonna make these into religious rules. So it's like we act like these guys were rubes and they were just making up arbitrary rules. It's like, no, a lot of them were founded in very pragmatic things about survival. So, and if you study the Bible and like actually like not just try to read the King James Bible, it's a bunch of fluffy stuff, but like a study Bible that explains like, okay, well, what was life like in the year, like in 1500 before, BC? How do people communicate? Like no one could read or write. Like there had to be kind of.
We think that
sounds
means they were
fucked
dumb, but they
up,
weren't.
man.
They just had a different mode.
They weren't
So
dumb. Like Aristotle, like all these ancients, they had an incredible understanding of human history, mostly passed down by,
Word of
whatever
mouth.
you call it, oral histories. They weren't just making shit up. They weren't, in their generation, they were kind of building on things that they've been taught and their parents and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I think it's just give those folks back then a lot more credit.
yeah,
So
I agree. Because look at us, we're so crazy. I'm like, we're gonna look at ourselves in 200 years and be like, what the hell was going on at that time?
well, we think, we feel like with all the technology and all the advancements and everything, we feel like we're the masters of the universe, but
No.
not really. No, not even
Not
close.
at all. By the way, sorry, I'm like pouring my wine like a drunkard.
It's okay. I'm out of liquor. Yeah, I enjoyed that podcast. It was really interesting.
Yeah, I hope it wasn't too disorganized. But sorry, I like did not yes and the Rob deep dive at part 2. I was just sort of like didn't know if I was like, oh, I got to prepare my thoughts for this, and I like didn't quite have it all together.
Yeah.
So
no, I got you. Tonight I was kind of coming off a crazy few days at work, so
okay,
I haven't had a lot of time to think about stuff.
I do have a Rob point like 2.0.
I'm sure he's looking forward to that.
I guess one of the thoughts I had was like, he did this for both his account. Like this is his second account. He actively uses both.
You need to wait for him to be.
He needed to like put this
Is
into
Jane talking about more stalking shit? What's going on?
Yeah.
Who is it this time? Was it
Well,
another stranger
no, it's
whose
Robbie.
ID
It's
you
Robbie.
found? Oh, okay.
I was just like, he's, this is his second account. Like, why did he need to add all these people to his second account? Like, you've got him in your first.
We're trying to explain to you the mind of the human man.
Right. But
Not pretty.
also, okay.
You don't want to dig too deep.
But
Fuck
okay.
your world up.
What's his what does he ultimately want? And can he to me, I see this and I'm like, that guy cannot have an intimate relationship.
We're live, Jane. You know that, right?
Sorry, Rob. There's only a few people here. Sorry, I'm drunk. I don't know if you're still there.
Oh my god.
But that's where my head goes. As a
Maybe he wants lots of intimate relationships. You know what I'm saying?
But you have to have some sort of type. You need to like some boundaries within like the chicks you get off on. You need to have some that you're like kind of disgusted. You need some disgust in your life?
You're not going to make rules about our depravity. So that is our.
Oh, I am.
No.
I like how she's so like I'm digging my heels
All
in.
right,
Damn it.
Bruin backhand. Come on, family of 3. Let's go. Tell me I'm not
Lord.
wrong.
Well, I'll throw my hat in the ring.
Are you okay? I'm gonna put a little thin veil of filter on you, but okay.
Wait, why?
Well, how
why?
successful have you been? And I have to put this on myself too, but go on.
The few times where I had been successful, I do have a type. Like for me, I am a fan of like the things that instantly, like if you're redhead, instantly I'm just like drawn into redheads and Asian ladies. But I've never dated exclusively any Asians or redheads because I just haven't had any luck with them. But I'll keep whatever comes my way open. Like, hey, if a heavy set woman, I don't mind as long as you're paying me attention and you don't have a
Okay.
shitty personality. Because I mean, I'll for sure.
Did you just
kick a
say you have a shitty
Yeah,
personality?
that's bullshit.
What do you mean? Me?
I think
Yeah,
you
you.
need a little okay, and that's
No, not me. I mean, if the woman I'm potentially going to be hooking up with, if I can't stand her personality, I'm not.
Oh
someone-
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and I'm sure I've come across like that to other women as well. Like, oh, this guy sucks. It's like, okay, yeah, sure. So whatever, but I'll definitely, leave a chick with a shitty personality quicker than, if she wasn't attractive. Like I said, I'm getting attention.
Well, Dr.
But,
Dane is stumped.
I'm weird, I'm weird like that.
I think you're awesome.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So a Bruin backhand said, give us an example of one said rule. I don't know if I get that.
What rule?
Is that
Rules for
directed
what?
at you?
I don't know. All right. Am I supposed to like, who is this rule geared towards? What am I? I don't get it. I'm really wasted now, by the way. So this is a good time to like,
Oh
get
yeah.
pick my
I
brain.
can tell.
There's like a 10-second delay. So
I think the more Jane gets trashed, the poofier her hair gets. At least that way it seems to
The
me.
better her
Really?
psychiatric advice gets too.
yeah. So I'm trying to think if there's anything I can tap into in the meantime. I think people need some personal boundaries. You got to be like, okay, I've got a type. Whether it's like a physical type or if it's a mindset type. Like I can't deal with an extremist. I can't.
Right.
I can't
Hard
deal
line.
with that. I can't deal with someone who's like really overweight. Like I'm health conscious. Like I can't, who doesn't take care of themselves. Like I can't. I don't think that's unreasonable, but all right. You said we have to have boundaries, rules. Okay, I think I'm like giving those now. All right.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then yeah, I also don't fuck with women that smoke.
Like smoke cigarettes?
Yeah, like that's an instant no for me.
You're like a total weed person and you're like that
That's what I'm doing.
and cigarettes?
Yeah, dude, I just don't like the way the cigarettes smell. Like I'll tolerate it if it's around me, if I'm in a social setting, whatever. I'm not gonna give
But
people a
you're
hard
that gung ho. That's kind of weird.
It is weird, but like
know.
there was a few years in my well, I don't know if it was like a year and a half where I smoked in my early 20s, and I felt shitty after a while. I didn't like how sometimes after I would be done smoking, I had to go take a dump. I didn't like the way how the smell was starting to stain my fingertips.
Oh
I
yeah,
just felt
cigarette smokes. It really,
Yeah.
If you smoke cigarettes and then you stop, you realize like how fucking disgusting, like how bad, how
That's
how
so
bad the smell
random.
is. So Can you
It's
guys
like-
help me? I'm voting for best mullet. Can you see this?
Why did we
Oh,
go this
oh,
route?
Yeah,
dude,
Cody.
right here, the guy next to
I was
the
looking at like
next
Cody
to the dog, the bounty hunter lookalike.
buddy Cody
right
Cook.
here.
said, help one of these guys, cool guys, win $500. I was like, I will help them.
Not only is
So-
he rocking a mullet, but he also has what looks like to be
The poof?
yeah, the poof. The
This
fucking
guy's got fucking
pompadour.
raccoon tails hanging off the each
Yeah,
shoulder.
that's
This
pretty
guy's
epic.
proud.
That
He's
guy's
proud.
epic, man. Fuck.
And his name's Big Rich. This guy, like, dude, that's weak. You know, this guy was happy. He's happy, right?
He's rocking the
This guy-
bandana too.
This
around
dude's wearing an Oreo jacket.
That's the instant
Yeah.
swipe left for Jane.
This
right
guy
there.
is a little bit too. He's a player. He's a ladies' man, so he's getting. He doesn't need $500 because he's just got
He already has enough
chicks
cash.
streaming at him.
Yeah.
So Terry, you think this guy is like the Terminator, and he's
Right.
showing the back? That's luscious. I'm gonna go with Big Rich. I'm gonna go with Big Rich price.
So yeah, dude, like I'd sooner date a chick that drank moderately than fuck with a chick that smoked.
Drank moderately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I don't because there's some people out there that's just like I like to get sloshed every night. It's like no, I'm good. Or that want to take you all out on their fucking drinking benders. Again, that's not me. It was like join me. I was like, no, I'm cool. I like not having hangovers and shit. One of the shittiest experiences I had with drinking a bit much was one night I went to a concert. Granted, I drank on an empty stomach and I thought I had, you know, weathered whatever. I had made it okay because, you know, I made it home. No vomiting, whatever. The next morning I wake up, I'm on the can. And that's when it came back up as like when I'm on the can. I was just like, I was wrong. I did this all. So it was like a really weird experience. Just a human water fountain, just out of both ends. Or I should say waste fountain. There you go. A human waste fountain. Why were you watching a video of Selena?
Oh, someone in my Facebook feed shared it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some white lady I know. I don't know why she's posted it. That would be a bigger question.
In Texas, you really like only have a couple.
No,
of
she's
white
from
people.
Florida.
Oh, okay.
Don't act like you haven't been all through my Facebook, Janie.
Right?
I actually haven't.
Okay,
believe
good
it or
call.
not.
Don't do
After I
it.
saw your
She,
clean,
she respects
Instagram.
you enough. She's like, he's got his shit together.
Doesn't have any weird tendencies.
No, I don't follow any Insta hoes. Be a red flag. Like he cannot be intimate.
Am I crazy for thinking that? Like, I don't think I am.
So
Little
wait,
bit,
do you think
little
that
bit.
do you think I fall into that camp because of all my weird tendencies?
I think you're in a little bit of a different camp. I think you want it, but you've got some like hangups that are like.
I wouldn't say they're hangups.
Good,
It's
good
just,
God, Janie, you need to
No,
stop.
Are you not bitter? You're not like.
I'm not bitter.
I
How
got a
do you-
little bit of a
hang-ups,
bitter
bitter,
vibe
like-
from you recently.
No, no,
Okay.
I'm not bitter.
Like the Megan story.
This is an
Sorry
attack.
that
This
we've
is an
got like
attack.
2 people that might be hearing this. But
You need to knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it
That was,
off.
but that just had to do with
Like-
like an opportunity to do
well,
work.
this was like
this is
you
completely
not
different.
Look at
managing
that.
your
There's a link there.
expectations on like a drunken, like an opportunity that you see from a drunken conversation. And I'm like, you've got to be like, I'm driving. Holy shit, my mom's calling me.
Oh shit!
I can't answer. This is
She's
9
like,
o'clock.
I watched your Endless Ranters podcast. I got some things that I want to discuss with you.
Yeah.
no, she doesn't know. She doesn't know the
Oh, okay. Oh, for a second I thought she would have been like, tenemos que discutir ahora.
she would
Contesta el
understand
teléfono,
that.
Jane.
I don't. I'm just like, I get worried because she does not call me much. So every time she calls, I worry someone died. Like,
Fuck, dude. Well, maybe you should call her back. Be like, new number. Who this? No, I'm
I
just kidding.
not when I'm drunk. I just can't because she gets so paranoid about me being an alcoholic.
Does she get on your case about it?
She does because not because of me, because of her obsession
What do you
with the
mean?
topic and our family history on her. Well, it's really more my dad's side, but he was quote unquote an alcoholic and then quit. But I'm like, I don't think he was that bad from what I understand. Like, yeah. So, and then his dad was an alcoholic, and there was a brother, but the brother was an alcoholic, and yeah, he quit too. So
Okay.
I don't know, but I just like question the severity of all this. And she's like she like watched Celebrity Rehab with Drew, and she's like obsessed with like
So you've
all
met
the
Dr. Drew. Okay.
she likes Dr. Drew. But then at the same time, I'm like, you realize he says things like it's not like there is a genetic part, but there's also like an environmental aspect, and she can't get she thinks it's all genetic.
Mm.
So it's like she sees the genetic evidence in the family, and she's like, this is going to be you. So when she like blew up at me 5 years ago, she was like, you're going to be like your Aunt Linda, who's my dad's sister, who's still alive and like alcoholic, and she quit, but she and my parents spent $25,000 on her rehab. And then like 15 years later, she started drinking again. I was like, she had a good run, and now she's at the end of her life. Let her do what she fucking wants.
She had a good run.
Like I'm sorry, but okay. I when I say good run, like I don't actually mean that, because like good in the sense that she was sober for like 10 to 15 years, but she never got her life together. She was still like living on welfare, and like she didn't have anything going on for her. She was just like maintaining her sobriety, and that was it.
I mean,
what is that?
Did she have a job? I mean, anything that
No.
she did? I mean, nothing?
She didn't. No.
Wow.
She was just sober, just like existing as a sober person. Like,
what happened to Aunt Linda? Like, why didn't she have a gig? I mean, it was
she did in the past. She did before she stopped drinking. She was like a manager of a hotels, and she had some in her younger year. And so this is the evidence my mom uses with me. She's like, your Aunt Linda was functional in her 20s and 30s. And then she like became an alcoholic, and she, like, like that's going to be you. Like that was what my mom told me at one point.
It's like, thanks, Mom.
Yeah. Like, wow. Okay. See, she left me a fucking message.
Well, rule number one is don't let your family get to know you that well.
Yes, Mr. North Korea.
And then turn them into the authorities.
You're right. No, I get it. And like her side of the family, by the way, so she's the most functional of her siblings. Here's her siblings. She has two older brothers and older brother. One married very, very well. First, he married crappy. Had two boys, got divorced, married a very wonderful woman, had a girl there, still married. Good. Other sister. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, Chris.
It's okay.
Can I rant about this for a second?
Go for it.
Telling 5 people in the world about my family history.
It's like
Ancestry.com supporting sponsoring.
So then my mom's sister married very, very young, had one, divorced, married again, had 3. She had 3. He died, but they probably would have gotten divorced. And then, okay. No one has had functional family. No one in this world is having functional families. other than my sister. Oh, and then the brother. Okay. The brother had the two boys that are older. They're older than me.
Right.
Had kids with crazy women. They like chose crazy women to have kids with because they're fucked up. Like, right? Like they like because this
Did they not know
they're
they
the
were
product
crazy?
of the woman he chose after Vietnam. Like he was just, like
Holy
didn't
shit.
know what he was doing.
Wow. Okay.
So oh my God, we have to delete this, by the way, when we edit. It's okay for tonight.
What do you mean? The audio, this isn't on the audio. This is all just live on the video.
Mm.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna like get this voicemail from my mom. I'm gonna go off on my drunken rant. And then, okay. So uncle, two boys, marry crazy women, have kids with them. One of them has, okay, the one marries a woman who's so fucked up that she abandons her. She gets wasted with the kids. Like my cousin goes through rehab. He's extracted from this situation. The mother has full custody, but she is a drunkard and like high all the time. And like they fight for the custody. They lose. Like the judge just defaulted to the fucking mother, who then a week later takes her to the bar, gets wasted, and leaves her there. And then they're like, oh, okay, grandparents, you get the girl. Okay, fine. And the mother has just disappeared. Okay, wonderful. I have a little cousin, sweet girl who has no fucking mother, but the dad, the dad has finally got shit. Other cousin had two kids who are now teenagers with a fucked up person. Now the brother, sister, teenagers, the brother was molesting the sister, the 2 years younger sister, like literally sexually molesting her. Like who the fuck does that?
About that. Yeah.
Yeah. Where does that come from? Like that is so weird. Everything disintegrating. Like I used to have this kind of functional, like there's like a meeting point. We all like come together. It's like once my aunt and uncle, who are now in their mid to late 70s, go on, like nothing is holding us together. Like there is nothing. We're all on our own. Dude, I like having that kind of network, like having kind of some cohesiveness, and that's just like gone.
Well, maybe you should make it a point to keep part of that cohesion going.
I don't have. Well, I'm not doing
another.
that. I don't have a partner. I don't have kids. I don't have that thing going. We weren't groomed for that because we had like weird functionality.
It sounds like that television show This Is Us or something.
Yeah, dude.
Like it's all so I do have, my mom has an older sister and an older brother, and they both had very functional families in comparison. I love them. Like her older sister's family, like I'm close with one of the daughters there and her kids, and they're like, I've pitched the Anchorage thing, and I'm like, oh, my cousin's gonna just move to Anchorage. Like he's like the grandson in that family, and I'm like, that's the good family. That's the functional one. Like they're my halves, but like that's what I want to be more attached to. So my mom's like bull side is just like cuckoo.
Well, attached to the other one, the more normal one, and just
I do.
Stick to
and
them,
like
man.
they're my favorite. Yeah.
That's what I mean by like having some sort of cohesion going. Just stick with them at least,
And I'm lucky because I have a very large family, so I have a lot of people to choose from.
Look at you over here, Miss Indecisive.
Yeah, but what am I doing to support that? Yeah. So I'm like this weirdo person. So sorry, family of 3 and brewing backhand. Sorry, you get like a whole.
The therapist turned on herself. You all right over there, Chris?
Doctor, heal thyself.
Wait, what?
I wasn't following. Yeah, that was a lot.
What made me go that direction?
I don't know.
It was an interesting turn, though.
It's weird, right? Why did I
At
go that
least-
direction?
I don't know. At least we're getting all the serious stuff out of the way. So when we have that Zoom hangout on Friday, it'll be much more lax and fun. Maybe I'll pour a drink. Who
Let me
knows?
listen to my mom's voicemail just so I don't think there's any.
Aren't they making weed drinks now?
There are weed drinks, yeah.
There you
I've
go.
Had it. I've had a few and they're gross. They're like way too sugary.
Yeah.
They're fucking disgusting.
Oh boy.
I mean, I have a syringe full of weed oil. I could just squirt a bit of that into whatever I'm drinking, and boom, 45 minutes later, I'm knocked the fuck out.
All right. So my mom was just worried about me and my injuries because I just kind of
Okay.
I mentioned it in text, like is my brother-in-law sent a picture of my nephew's foot saying, if you look really close, he has a bruise from stepping on a Lego. And I was like, fuck that. Look at my knee. Like it is way worse. So I sent that and I explained that this was my, my second
Stepping on
debilitating injury. And so my
Legos.
mom called it with concerns. I'm like, okay,
Fine, mom.
I'm
thank
glad
you.
no one died. But every time she calls, I
I'm
still
glad
think
no
someone
one
died.
Jesus.
Sean Z thinks I went that direction because I was defending my drinking. Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fuck yeah, dude. All these jags extended jags, man. Ooh.
I don't know about that. I think I just went because I think it's an interesting. I think there's some interesting dynamics in my family.
Yeah.
I think I'm like kind of fascinated by that. And I don't know where it comes from, but okay. I don't think it's my drinking.
Humans.
Yeah. Do you want to wrap it up, Chris?
Yeah, I need to get to sleep.
Yeah, I get
I
it.
got a big day tomorrow.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
y'all.
Thanks for joining, YouTube. All right.
Yeah,
out.
everybody. Yeah, thanks a lot. And we'll see some of you in a couple days, right?
Yeah, Friday evening.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Come join us.
It'll be fun.
Yep, yep. All right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. All